The 93X Half-Assed Morning Show. 93.
There you go.
Welcome to the program. It's Friday, which means we're broadcasting live from the corner of Checked Out Yesterday Boulevard and Couldn't Possibly Care Less Drive. Oh, I love the final, Cubby.
You're a big fan of Fridays.
I'm so happy I could just kiss you.
Yes, please.
Love the final.
I wish I was in a better mood. A little bummed out.
What the hell's put you in such a bad mood already at 5:41?
Well, you know how I feel about you guys.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yesterday, right before the deadline, they traded me to the Padres.
Oh, no. Sorry.
Would have
I
been
was
more
just-
fitting if you would have went to the Cubs, but...
Well, they didn't want to. They didn't want to keep me within the Midwest.
Oh, for Christ's sake, well, good luck in San Diego.
I should have seen the signs. They're getting rid of everybody.
I'll
and
check in with you from time to time. I will.
Rocco called yesterday and said, "I'm sorry, but we're kicking you out."
Kind of embarrassing, wasn't it, yesterday?
My gosh.
Yeah, we found out what they think of our team, didn't we?
It all came off kind of embarrassing and shameful. Very interesting. Jesus. 10, 11 guys in the last 24 hours were moved off to other ball clubs. Right?
Crazy work.
Got a couple text messages have come in saying, do we still own Target Field? Is Target Field still standing?
As far as I know, that was
That's a hell of a deal.
That was wild yesterday.
God, help us. Yeah.
Trevor Plouffe said as much, like, things aren't good. Essentially, he said the locker room is a little down.
I don't know that I've ever seen this level of a fire sale in Major League Baseball. I might be forgetting something obvious, but wow, everybody gone.
Yeah, they're going to have to go around the clubhouse when they get back tomorrow or tonight and kind of go around, say each other's names, hometown.
Pull some name tags out of it.
Yeah, no one's going to know each other.
Guys in the auto club call me Cruiser. We'll go around the room with Sergeant Holka. Try to... Yeah, Cubby, it was a weird day yesterday as far as the Minnesota Twins go. But I'm kind of tap dancing around. I love the final. I'd be even happier today, Ashley, if you'd go ahead and press out that baby so I could win $400.
I thought of you last night when I was doing like my nightly stretches. It includes a yoga ball, and they claim if you like bounce on a yoga ball, it can help induce labor.
Oh, really?
So I was sitting there doing that. This would be great if I could go into labor tomorrow for Nick and for myself.
I'm not trying to be gross here, but if I'd prefer it, since I predicted next Wednesday, if you try some Kegels just to keep everything in until next Wednesday. Oh, no, Yankee sucks balls, Jesus said on the topic of the Twins. Target Field already has a Spirit Halloween sign saying coming soon.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, we had an Old Navy by us that did the same thing.
Oh, yeah. I went to that Spirit Halloween last Halloween.
Well, it's
love
already
when they do
open. I
that.
can see why you'd say last summer.
Oh, is it already open?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So really, honestly, last night you were bouncing up and down on a yoga ball just hoping something might give way?
Yeah, that would be a very, very ideal. I don't want to have to be induced. So...
Why not?
If you missed it...
For some people, it's like for some people, it doesn't go well. For some people, they have a great experience. But it's like, so far, I've either heard absolute wonderful stories or just complete horror stories.
Well, my wife did it in her last giving birth episode, and she's fine. My kid sucks. I don't know if that's related, but
Yeah,
she
it
did
is.
just fine.
Kid's a pain in the ass. Wife made it. If you missed it, we made an on-air bet looking to correctly call the day that Ashley will finally unleash the fury. I was involved, Cubby, Dana, Brad Ryder, Randy Shaver, $100 each. I bet on today. So, here we go. Crossing my fingers and toes.
March Madness Jesus said the naming rights for Ashley's baby was traded to the Orioles. That's one of the things we wanted. We wanted naming rights if we were correct on the birth date, but Ashley shot that down.
Nah, not happening.
Yeah, you're making this baby way too much about you and not about us, Ashley. It's kind of unfair. Like, come on.
When Mike Madonna became a big deal in this town, 1989-90, around that wheelhouse, we found out that Mike Madonna was exactly 1 day older than one of my best friends. 1 day older. And this best friend of mine just thought Madonna was the greatest, and he became one of the greatest. But I'll never forget that friend. When he found out that he was exactly 1 day younger than Mike Madonna, my buddy said, for God's sake, why didn't my mother just jump up and down a little bit? He wanted to have the same birthday as Moto.
There's a lot of texts coming in on a suggestion for how you could have this kid, Ashley. I don't want to.
Yeah, the same way it got in.
Yes, okay, that's a good way to put it. Yes. The same way everything began, people are saying that can get that baby out.
Yep, that's what they say. But I've also heard that if you have been doing that pretty normally throughout your pregnancy, if you keep doing it, it's not going to be like, oh.
It's not going to.
It's more likely if you like take a break for a little bit and then do it.
If you guys have been bumping every night since this nightmare kicked in, I think the theory might be, Ashley, you hold off for a couple months on that banging, and then you take up a night of banging, and your body kind of goes into a state of shock.
Yeah.
What the heck is this all about?
What's all this racket, you know?
This has been a while.
Yeah, there's a lot of those like little things you can do. I mean, eating dates, drinking raspberry tea.
Oh,
there's
I've
this
heard of those.
new thing like where people have been sprinting, like a short sprint, but that seems incredibly dangerous. I should not be sprinting anywhere.
No, God help us, no.
I would fall on my face immediately.
You're
gonna
not very coordinated.
turn an ankle and you fall face first, break out a tooth. Don't be sprinting anywhere.
Yeah, even if you weren't pregnant, you should be sprinting.
I'm with Dana on that.
Nobody warned me about sex being weird, though.
Yeah,
Like I thought it's weird feeling him like kick and move. Because you're like, I don't.
during sex.
Yeah, that's like
you
kind
don't
of
want him
weirds me
involved.
out a little.
I understand completely.
You don't want him involved.
It's like just go
Cubby
off
says.
to the side or something. I don't know.
Go to your room.
Close your eyes. Turn around.
Go to your room and shut the door.
I don't know if this is a misnomer or not, but you always hear spicy food can kick the baby out. I can tell you I have a little bit of experience with that. A friend of mine, she was overdue and Giant really wanted the baby out. And so she's like, let's go to Chipotle. And you don't have to twist my arm. I'll go to Chipotle at any time. And so we went, and she had the baby about 2 hours later.
Oh, wow.
Oh, lucky.
She went.
Got
she went
Chipotle
spicy.
and got the baby? Wow, that's a great day.
Yeah.
Whatever method draws you in, Smashly, give it a shot today, because it would mean $400 in my pocket.
Oh, that'd be so good. It'd be so cool. Please.
We hope everyone has a dynamite weekend. We really do. My wife, we had a brief conversation last night about maybe ducking into a movie theater tonight to see The Naked Gun.
I might go as well.
Not sure if we're really going to go for it, or maybe she was just talking trash, but you're going to go today, Josh?
That's well, I shouldn't say it's 100%, but that was talked about as well. Heading out maybe late this afternoon. Depending, I mean, it could be one of those things where we can't get a ticket.
Could be.
I haven't looked yet.
Could be. She told me, actually, my wife told me she'd like to have a pleasant experience at a movie theater, because the last time we went to see a motion picture was when we saw that piss-poor attempt to tell the story of the Von Erich wrestling family. I believe they called it the Iron Claw. So she said, I'd like to have a positive experience again at a movie theater, because...
She didn't like it either?
Oh, no. She has more than a half a brain cell. I will see The Naked Gun sooner than later. I am a big fan of the franchise.
So you will see it in the theater then, you're saying?
Yeah, sooner than later. I'll see it before too long. I will.
Yeah, if it's packed, we'll probably skip it, but...
I'm a big fan of that franchise. Although I do have plenty of motivation to stay home all weekend, too. I don't know if I told you this yet, Cubby, but I upped and bought a flamethrower.
Did you buy
Oh,
one?
yeah. How's that working?
I haven't tried it yet.
Oh, what?
Well, it's during the work week. I have no time to.
I know, but didn't you get it on Sunday?
Yeah.
I would have immediately went home and opened that thing up for at least a couple of minutes.
I didn't have time. I received my flamethrower in the mail last Sunday night. And so with the work week, I'm boned right there. I got no time to be swinging a flamethrower around my yard during the week. But now that it's the weekend, I can unpack that pig and, cut loose best I can.
I'm so jealous.
This is for weeds? The flamethrower?
That's what it's intended for. But I can alter that.
Of course.
Don't you think?
You own it.
Yeah, it's we talked about them a couple weeks ago. It's intended for weeds and how do you call it? Ice.
Radio station studios.
Jesus. Yeah. So I do have some motivation to stay home and swing a flamethrower around like a maniac.
Yeah, I
You
think
should send us some videos.
on that Sunday I would have been using it for sure. I'm surprised you were able to hold out.
Well, it was like 8 o'clock at night, for Christ's sake, and I was.
Oh, I guess that kind of changes it. Yeah.
Oh, it'd be even better.
Yeah. No.
Oh, that's true.
I apologize to both of you for not rushing out, and I didn't.
No apologies needed. I feel for you more than anything. You're sitting on this thing and you haven't used it yet.
Yeah, we're going to see how she goes. All right. We win again. American women, again, have won the title for largest sweater cannons in all the world.
I knew we could do it.
Is it natural?
They don't make any determinations, Ashley, as far as the information I have in front of me. But I think I can say no.
Yeah, that's what I was guessing.
I think I can safely say that big blown up implants play a role in this contest. But again, we American women. I wonder how many years in a row we've held this title. I bet you it's.
It seems like we've talked about this every year, right? Where it's the women from America that they're blessed.
I bet you it's a Boston Celtics of the 1960s type dynasty. I really do.
Decades long.
Here's the top 10 biggest breast sizes by country. Coming in 10th place, Bosnia and Herzegovina. I see that during the Olympic Games.
Yeah.
And to this day, I'm not exactly sure I'm delivering that correctly. Bosnia and Herzegovina, 10th place. 9, Australia. 8, kind of a wild card here. Georgia.
Huh.
Which is in the neighborhood of Russia, I think.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Kind of a wild card there.
Mm-hmm.
7, the damn Canadians. Canadian women's. 7th place in this sweater cannon global big breast contest. 6, the Netherlands. 5, those big, stubborn Swedes. 4, Colombia. 3, Venezuela. Josh, why didn't you speak up when I mentioned Australia in 9th place? Isn't that where your girlfriend lives?
No. She lives on the American side of the. Oh, no, I can't think of it.
Niagara Falls.
Yeah, I know there's a lie I've been telling for decades, and I forgot what. Yeah, Niagara Falls.
A lie you've been telling for decades. And of course, if you listen to this program regularly, I often get confused between Australia and Canada.
I can see why. Yeah, no, she doesn't live in Australia across the border from the U.S. She lives on the U.S. side of Niagara Falls. That's where
she's an American citizen.
Yeah, she is.
I always thought she was on the other side.
No. She does a lot of work there.
Modeling gigs.
Work? Okay, where did I leave off? 5th, the big, stubborn, barrel-chested Swedish women. 4, Colombia. 3, Venezuela. Right. We got all the way up to that point. 3, Venezuela. and this is where I think it's a dead giveaway that implants play a role in this. 2 is the United Kingdom, 1 is the United States. We are Americans and the English. We're probably the 2 countries that are most obsessed with their appearance, right? Mm-hmm. We're never happy with our appearance. We're always correcting this.
They mentioned obesity as well as a factor.
Yeah.
And some of those countries they have heavivier people on average.
Oh,
That didn't cross my mind until people started texting it in, and I was like, yeah, that's a sad part of that.
I forgot about obesity until I looked across the room and looked at you.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I've been putting on weight.
Right.
You're putting on solidarity weight with me, Josh. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, sympathy weight.
We win again. Oh, God help us. Randy Shaver, Brad Ryder will be joining us later on, 7:30 for our Friday broadcast.
I see we're getting questions on our fall booze cruise. People wondering when it is. I don't know. I had a couple of friends ask me yesterday, but on Monday, we're going to make the announcement. So on Monday, we'll know the exact date.
Well,
It'll be next month sometime unless they've completely changed the strategy. But yeah, sometime in September, usually towards the end on a Friday. I can tell you that much.
all right. Well, there you go. Always an enjoyable time.
And a reminder, this is the one where you can buy tickets to, so you don't need to play the lottery of trying to win. If you really want to go, you can get yourself on.
But we will be giving away plenty of free ones.
Oh, of course.
Plenty of free ones. All right. Great. I'm looking forward to that on Monday.
Yeah, we'll find out the band, assuming they have one, what kind of food we're going to have. A lot of fun. This one on the Mississippi.
I always forget to eat.
That's one of the first things I do when I get on that thing.
See, and that's smart because I'm always like, I'll do it in like 30 minutes. I'll do it in 30. And next thing I know, we're back at the dock and I didn't get to eat anything. And it pisses me off.
You got to build a little base there. You know that. You've been drinking since you were 2.
That's a good point.
Jesus.
Somebody will like usually at some point like give me a bag of chips that they have.
How does a true professional like you miss one of the most obvious steps of binge drinking?
That's so funny. It reminds me of one of the times I got caught drinking at a football game in high school. And my dad's first question when he came and picked me up was, well, did you eat anything? Like, you got to have something in your stomach or else you're just going to radiate that smell of booze, Ashley. It's like, I'm sorry. I disappointed you.
I thought he was giving you drinking tips on the way home from the high school football game.
Yeah, I was a senior by then. He knew what I was doing.
Right.
Coming up in the stupid news, we've got a story about a guy who didn't think you had to mix food with alcohol consumption. And it's a hell of a story. Yeah, I think back to those high school dances. Sure, we showed up pretty loaded for the football games and the hockey games, right? But we really showed up loaded for the dances. And how did some of these grown folks not just, my guess is they just didn't care.
Yeah.
You know, they've been teachers for 25 years. They've seen moron high school kids drunk a million times. And at that point in their career, they just didn't care anymore if we were, I'd like one ticket to the dance.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because they could have called us out every single time. And they didn't.
See, I'm jealous of your situation. We had a cop present at the entryway of the dance, and he eyeballed you and thought that you were drinking. He'd pull you aside and breathalyze you. And a lot of kids never made it into the dances.
Sucks to
No
be
way.
your generation.
I know.
Sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we would get like side-eyed by some of the teachers, but we would take that as a sign as, all right, we need to get out of here. We've got like 5 minutes until they call someone.
God. I remember one of those high school dances. I showed up just destroyed. and I'm so embarrassed, Josh.
I mean, where it was completely obvious to everyone, or were you able to hide it a little bit?
It had to have been obvious.
Slurring up a storm.
Where I'm going with this is, once I got into the cafeteria, which is where our dance floor was for the high school dance, oh God. I was all, I don't know what I was drinking. It must have been hard liquor, because I've told you before that beer has always been my thing. But when you're a high school kid, you take what you can get. It must have been booze that I got whipped up on this particular night, because I came into that dance just guns blazing. I'm running around the damn, and this is what I did. This is what still kind of haunts me to this day. I went, you know how it is at a high school dance, or any dance for that matter, like at a dance club. There are different circles of people, right? Friends dancing with each other. I broke into every circle to show them what I could do.
No.
What do you think of this right here? To the latest hit by Salt and Pepper, or whoever the hell was hot when I was in her. And what about this group over here? What do you think? And I'm just pouring sweat. And it's just so dumb. And by the end of the night, I had danced with everybody from my high school to show them what.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's great.
It was like I was on coke. So it must have been hard liquor, because beer never did that. But I just remember little clips of some people thought it was very funny. Others did not.
I bet.
But I'm out there just boom, 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 busting out all my best stuff.
It's so embarrassing.
I had a buddy who had a bad experience at a school dance. He smoked a bunch of weed and drank a bunch of Red Bull before going into that school dance, and he wasn't much of a weed smoker. And midway through the dance, we were like, "Hey, where'd Stack go? I don't see him. Where is he? Where'd he go?" We don't hear from him. We don't hear from him till the next day. He got so paranoid, he ran 7 miles home, and his parents found him barricaded in the laundry room.
So he had some kind of flip out.
What?
Yeah.
That is a crazy combination. No. Oh, it sounds so unsettling. Kid just needed some Doritos in a dark room.
Well, he found the laundry room. He barricaded himself in there.
Oh, I just picture a young kid army crawling into the house.
He thought the cops were coming for him.
But I redeemed myself at the next dance, Josh. Made a jackass out of myself, dancing around. Couldn't stop dancing. But the following dance, a couple months later, I redeemed myself, Josh, by winning the air guitar championship.
Oh, that's where you won that thing.
Yeah, that's my game. That's my friggin' game.
You gotta pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and win an air guitar competition. That's how you turn life around.
That's been my game from the get-go.
When you get yourself in a hole, you stop digging, you put the shovel down, and you pick up an air guitar.
Yeah. The DJ at our high school dance said, "Who wants in on the air guitar contest?" And this will settle it, he said. This is the air guitar championship of the world for the year 1988. And I said, I'm in, right? And a few other brave souls said, I'd like to try this too. And then the DJ said, well, the song we're going to play is Shook Me All Night Long by AC/DC. And that's when I looked at the crowd and said, this friggin' thing is over. It's over. Because I knew every air guitar lick for AC/DC Kiss. I mean, it couldn't have been an easier path for me at that point. And I looked at the crowd and said, don't even get involved. This friggin' contest is over.
Them giving you AC/DC was like Cliffy getting his dream board on Jeopardy and Cheers. When it was all categories that he specifically knew everything about.
Tailor-made.
Celibacy, living with your mom, U.S. Postal Service.
I don't remember that, but I love any reference to Cheers.
Did you set that up with the DJ, or he just picked that for you?
No.
That's awesome.
No, everything fell into place for me at that point, Cubby, and I said to myself, I'm going to make everyone forget about my dancing.
Everybody hated the DJ in our middle school dance.
Oh, I hated him too.
Oh, I bet yours especially, Josh, had a lot of restrictions on what he could play.
Oh, I did. He did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hated the DJs too. Why did you hate the DJ?
No, it wasn't necessarily me.
Oh.
I take that back. I hated the DJ the most, but so did everybody else at those high school dances.
Well, I hated them because they would only play the latest pop hits, and we would all, again, come in very drunk, and demand Van Halen, Motley Crue, Ozzy Osbourne, and Megadeth, and the guy would always say, no, I'm not playing any of that crap. This is a friggin' dance.
Well, that was what the problem was. It was the opposite. Our DJ, he would play like heavy metal stuff instead of like whatever the hottest, like the red wine or something like that.
UB40. Why would he do that? That's odd for a junior high DJ to play acid rock.
Well, I think the reason is he was a huge fan of that music and just kind of played the music he liked.
So you're saying you were the DJ?
Well, I don't know how you get that out of this conversation, but yes, I was. Yes, I was the high school DJ. Or, excuse me, the middle school DJ.
And I just got done saying that I hated them. Well, that must have been fun.
Well, it was for me and like 2-3 of my friends. But yeah, I realize now maybe I should have considered the audience.
Okay.
But instead, at that age, I thought I was giving them a real education into Ozzy Osbourne and Metallica and Megadeth.
I would have done the same thing.
I would have been excited, Josh. I would have loved you as a DJ.
I would have done the same thing, Josh. You want to show everybody, hey, look, number one, I am hard,
but
right? And number two, I know all of this music. A lot of
you don't even understand.
You don't even get it. But I'm going to teach you. I would have been the same guy.
I did play You Shook Me, though. That definitely was on the list. I played that one.
Well, that's a never-fail party song, right?
Yeah.
We always had some like random stranger like that didn't work at the school, wasn't a student. It was always some like 40-year-old dude they actually hired for a couple hours.
Well, yeah, I did. So
we
did
had too.
I've never heard of a student being the DJ.
That is so cool. It's like the movies.
We always had, some 35-year-old guy who was a professional DJ. Absolutely, I would have done the same thing, Josh. I was effing notorious in high school and even into college, where when a house party kicked in, when I walked in, I took over the music. Even if I didn't know the guy or girl, I would go to their stereo and say, no, we're not doing this, we're doing this.
I could totally see
Just
that.
a total dick. I could not tolerate drinking and having fun to bad music. So I would just be a prick and take over the stereo at house parties. Even people I didn't even know. And I almost got my ass kicked a few times for
bet.
it. But I said, look, this is a friggin' party. We're not going to, especially in the 90s, I'm not going to listen to Toad the Wet Sprocket at a keg party,
Oh,
right?
They have a couple good tunes.
No, they do not have a couple good tunes.
They do.
We're not listening to... That was me.
I took over once, and then nobody liked the song I chose, and it started to be like, who played this? This sucks. And so ever since then, I never took that chance again.
Did you join in and berate? Just kind of look around?
Yeah.
Who was that?
Definitely.
Well, I'll tell you what. I made the mistake of changing the channel on Chris Tucker's radio. He had some things to say.
Oh, man.
He was enraged with me. I think it's on video somewhere. Yeah, he was very upset.
I mean, I especially really pissed off the hip people at these college parties. You know, the college crowd likes to stay as hip and trendy as possible. So where I really got into trouble was when the 90s kicked in, you know, and everyone turned to Nirvana and Pearl Jam and what do you call that band, Soundgarden and whatnot, right? And I hated all that stuff. Hated it. So I would walk into a house party that was playing Nirvana and take the CD or the cassette tape right out and throw in Van Halen, things like that. That's what really pissed people off, was like they would say, this stuff doesn't, Van Halen doesn't matter anymore. So that's where I really pissed him off. I'm probably the only guy ever that interrupted Nirvana for TNT, Everyone's a Star. Do you even recall that song?
Oh,
at all?
absolutely, yeah.
Everyone's a Star. I mean, the cheesiest 80s pop metal. I just threw that right on top or in place of Nirvana, and the whole crowd turned and said, TNT, Everyone's a Star? What are you, a friggin' idiot?
Yeah, I look back and realize now how douchey that was of me to think. I thought I was doing people a favor. You know, when that grunge music took over, it had already taken over by the time I started working here in 96. But I remember we had a DJ who, once we became 93X again, We're starting to play the music that I enjoyed. If you're too young to remember, we were 93.7 was 93X. It was purchased by ABC Radio, owned by Disney, and then it became The Edge. So it was all that type of music Nick was just talking about.
Right.
So we switched to 93X, hard rock again. There was a DJ. He left. He was an overnight guy. I happened to be here. I was coming back from a promotion. He quit that night because he said, I can't work someplace where there's a 10-minute guitar solo every song.
What?
That's what set him off, guitar solos.
That's insane.
Yeah, well, you know what? I really liked that guy. He was just kind of eccentric. He's the guy that yelled, "They're real."
Oh, that guy?
Yeah.
He ran hot.
Oh, yeah.
That guy ran hot.
He was very sophisticated, and that wasn't sophisticated enough for him. But I thought he was kidding. I'm like, seriously? That's why. In his last break, he even brought that up, like on his way out. Hey, just so you know, listener, this is what's going on. I'm done. I can't listen to guitar solos anymore.
And yes, a couple people texted in, yes, I would bring music with me to a house party.
Oh, yeah, wow. I was wondering
in anticipation of it being poor house party music.
Were these people knew, or
sometimes yes, sometimes no?
Cassette tapes.
Like I said, and so complete strangers would say, "Who the hell is the guy hanging around my stereo playing Boom Boom Out Goes the Lights by Pat Travers, for Christ's sake, in 1997?" But I preferred Boom Boom Out Go the Lights, especially live by Pat Travers, over any of that 90s stuff. Gonna be a fun Friday. Appreciate you hanging around. We'll be back in a few minutes on the Half-Assed Morning Show.
Welcome to NFL Flag.
Are you ready? Yeah! Are you ready? Yeah!
No matter who you are, lace up your cleats, smear on your eye black, step out on the field and chase something. Chase a goal.
Let's get it!
Chase the big time.
Get that, ladies!
Chase rings. Chase gold medals. Chase all of it. It's all up for grabs now. NFL Flag. Chase something. Visit NFLflag.com to find a league and start the chase today.
Stupid news on the Half-Assed Morning Show.
Welcome back. Earlier on, we were talking about how I was a total dick when I was a kid. And maybe some of you would say that hasn't changed. Specifically, where we were talking about house parties when I was in high school and even into my 20s. Even if I didn't know the party maker, the house owner, I would walk in, I'd get myself a Steve Weiser, and then I would immediately take over the stereo. Especially in the 90s. I hated 90s grunge music. I refused to listen to it at a party. You know, all that kind of earthy, grungy stuff. I hated it. So I would take over the stereo, and I would play Ozzy, Van Halen, Kiss, Motley Crue, Rat, whatever I could find, or I'd even bring my own sometimes in anticipation that eventually I'm going to take over the stereo. Some folks didn't like it. A lot of folks didn't like it. But, I thought I was special. Got a text message here. And it says, Nick, didn't you bring a Duran Duran album to a house party, an album that belonged to your sister, and you were too embarrassed to claim it at the end of the party? Yes. Yes, I remember that. That was 1983. I believe I was a 6th grade kid. And one of my best bros, who lived right down the street, ex-Offerson had a big boy-girl party.
It's a big deal at that age.
Yeah. And I remember before walking down the street to ex-Offerson's place, I asked my mama, I said, hey, is it cool to bring music to a party? And she said, oh, yeah. When I was growing up, we would always bring records to parties, to play them and dance and have a good time. So I said, okay. And she said, well, just do this. She said, bring one record for, your bros and bring one for the girls. Bring something that girls would like. So I grabbed my copy of Kiss, Lick It Up. That was for the bros. And I went down to my sister's bedroom and I said, can I borrow a... And she said, sure. And so I took my sister's copy of Duran Duran Rio, brought him to the party, put him on a table or whatever. And at one point or another, somebody in the party, some dude, said, oh my God, Duran Duran Rio, who brought this? And I said, I don't know.
I don't know, but there must be a big loser, whoever did.
I totally played it off. I said, I brought the Kiss record, but I don't know who brought Duran Duran. And the whole, all the dudes started to say, Duran Duran sucks and this and that. So I kept my yap shut. And at the end of the party, when I left, I grabbed my Kiss record, left the Duran Duran record there.
Did you ever get it back?
I don't think so.
Was your sister pissed? She runs
Probably. I punked out and said, I don't know who that belongs to. Looking back now, I'm ashamed of myself for not just stepping up and saying, yeah, that's my Duran Duran record. You want to do something about it? Because Duran Duran's a great band. Really, they are. I grew to really love them, and I'm not ashamed at all. But as a 5th grade, 6th grade kid, I thought, I better stay away from this one or I'm going to get my ass kicked.
I wasn't snickering at Duran Duran. Your story reminded me of something. Back in the day, you remember those CD binders you had? You'd flip through and you'd see all the albums.
Sure.
Yep.
My buddy of mine was going through mine, and he goes, dude, you got an NSYNC CD? What are you doing, man? I go, oh, no, my sister keeps some of her CDs in my book as well. I don't think he bought it.
Mm-hmm.
You are I think you'll get this reference. If you were a Duran Duran disciple, you'd be Peter. You don't get the reference?
If I were a Duran Duran disciple, that's a biblical reference. Yeah, Peter was the one who...
He denied when Jesus is getting arrested. Jesus, I don't know who that guy is. I'd arrest him too.
As I got older, I stood up for Simon Le Bon, Nick Rhodes, Roger Taylor, Andy Taylor, and John Taylor.
There's something, you get to an age where you're just not embarrassed. I mean, I just like you, there were songs that I liked Duran Duran quite a bit.
Yeah.
But my buddies that were into, Black Sabbath like I was, I could never admit that to them. Too embarrassed.
You could have told them in the moment if you would have had this knowledge. You could have said, well, they're from the same town.
Yeah, you know what? That might have worked.
Duran Duran and Black Sabbath were from the same town.
That may have worked.
In England. Yeah. All right. Stupid news. Speaking of drinking, partying, I have a lot of friends who like to drain those high noons.
Oh, I miss them.
They're very popular.
I miss them so much.
The hard alcohol drinky drink, the high noons, by God, one after another. They blow right through them.
That's my golfing drink.
Oh, that seems like a golfing drink. I've only had one.
The pineapple is the best.
Yeah, I don't know. Somebody gave it to me at my 50th birthday party.
They're refreshing, and they taste good, and they go down way too smooth.
Except for watermelon. Watermelon can get effed.
Oh, I like watermelon stuff, but it can get effed. I'm with you on that.
Yeah, it's not.
I've never even had it, and I hate it.
Heads up, High Noon drinkers. It says here, check your fridge. The folks at High Noon have had to go ahead and recall some of their vodka seltzer cans because they were mislabeled as energy drinks. So you might be looking. You might be looking for the type of pick-me-up that an energy drink provides, but instead you get faced.
That is not good. I immediately think of recovering alcoholics and people like me, pregnant people.
Or teenagers, too, that get their hands on them.
I think that happened to me. I tried to cook spaghetti in the toaster the other day after having a Celsius energy.
Are there age restrictions on energy drinks?
I don't think so.
No.
No idea.
I don't believe so. That'd be news to me.
So High Noon upped and recalled some of their beach variety vodka seltzer 12-packs after they found out that some of the cans were mislabeled as Celsius Astro Vibe Energy Drink Sparkling Blue Raz Edition.
Oh, that sounds so good, too.
So it's some kind of an energy drink meant to just be purely an energy drink, but there's actually hooch in there. The mislabeled cans, the folks at High Noon said, the mislabeled cans could lead to unintentional alcohol intake. that sucks that happened to the folks at High. Mistakes happen like that.
That's pretty bad. Yeah, that's a real bad one.
No illnesses or adverse events have been reported yet. That's good. According to the story, these alcoholic drinks that were labeled as non-alcoholic from the folks at High Noon were shipped to the following states, the friggin' stupid Gator State, Michigan, New York, Ohio, Oklahoma, South Carolina, Virginia, and F me running Wisconsin. If you bought some, don't drink it, they say. Give High Noon a telephone call, and they'll tell you what to do. I picture a 4th grade kid saying, "Hey, Mom, I'm a little tired today." And Mom says, "Well, try this Celsius Astro Vibe Energy Drink Sparkling Blue Raz Edition." And next thing you know, her 4th grade kid gets in a bar fight.
Just flipping his Fisher-Price table over.
Yeah, I keep handing my wife the Blue Raz Celsiuses and just encourage her to make out with a girl. Just see how many it takes. Well, you must have wanted to. It was just energy drinks.
Yeah.
That's all that was.
That's an unfortunate mix-up.
Brewers and High Life Jesus brings up a good point. What a horrible way to accidentally get a DWI. I mean, can you imagine?
Dude.
Oh, man.
Yeah. That's funny. I just read off the states that may have been delivered, these mislabeled cans, and someone texted in to say, okay, states that don't matter. I get it. All right, you think you're a big-time beer drinker, huh? Tough guy? A feller in Thailand, well, he died. He was found surrounded by over 100 empty beer bottles. I'm not sure what gave this poor bastard the idea, but what the guy did was he tried living off beer and only beer for a little over a month, and it killed him dead.
I can imagine.
Balls Mahoney, what are you doing? Some kind of radical diet idea? Possibly, I don't know.
Yeah,
Or just crippling alcoholism?
could be a dare of some sort.
Well, he was a grown man.
Oh, I got a couple buddies that cannot turn down a dare, even in their 40s.
Really?
They just can't do it.
What are we talking about? What have they been dared to do as adults?
Well, anything from something dangerous on the job site to saying something to someone, that kind of stuff.
Really?
Eating challenges, certainly.
Especially if you throw a double dog dare in there. That's how you know stuff's getting serious.
Just 2 weeks ago, a buddy of mine ate a portion of a beehive on a bet.
Oh, my God.
There were no bees,
Yeah.
but he still ate some of it.
Huh.
Wow, these dudes are pushing it.
Turns out he had a honey allergy, and he's passed on.
Oh.
But he's a legend.
I feel bad. I barely knew him. All I know about him is that he ate a honeycomb.
That's all you need to know.
Now, this guy, poor guy had a seizure. He dropped down onto the floor out cold. By the time paramedics showed up, he was deader than disco. This guy in Thailand who decided to try to live off beer and only beer. It took about a month and a half. He died in his bedroom, and the picture of the 100 empty beer bottles is interesting. There's just a narrow goat path leading to his bed. The rest of the floor is all beer bottles. Only 44 years old. He went by the name of Thawisak. For Pete's sake, he's got a kid, a 16-year-old kid. And it was his kid who told folks after the fact that his dad was trying to live off of just Steve Weisers. Not sure why Thawisak went that route. Now, it says here, beers do have calories up in there, but it lacks nutrients. That was something that Nacho Libre was after in order to try to beat Ramses. He needed nutrients. Relying on just beer as a food replacement poses serious risks, they say.
Yeah, I don't think there's much protein in there, if any.
I don't know. I love when he sings at the party. He didn't expect to, but he's masquerading as a member of the mariachi band. I think his first line is, "It is my turn to sing at the party." So, I have no idea what motivated this guy to try to live off of only beer. The first thought that came to mind is there are so many radical ideas as to how to lose weight, how to be healthier. Ridiculous radical ideas. This guy might have heard some kind of a goofy rumor. Maybe as Josh was saying, maybe it was just a damn dare. Probably the craziest dare I ever heard of. Well, this wasn't a dare. This was a bet. Or maybe you shouldn't even define it as that. I'll just tell you. And these were guys, well, they were 19 or 20. They're not in their 40s. I think it's kind of silly to be in your 40s and still accepting any dare. That's a good way to get killed. But anyway, these guys were working at a tree farm, and they like to smoke a lot of grass while working at this tree farm. And there was one guy who never brought his own dope, and he would always beg for a hit off of everyone else's dope. And the other guys got tired of this. So they said, okay, we'll give you a hit of dope, but first you have to swallow this baby bird.
Oh.
Was the baby bird dead?
Let's just move on to the next stupid dude. And he did it in trade for marijuana.
That's a problem.
And you could see it in his throat, like in the cartoons.
No.
You know how it'll kind of... What time is it, Josh?
6:44
Okay.
Central Standard.
Here's something I hope you really like. I'll be damned. Coors Light is cutting loose with a new deodorant. And they say you can go ahead and keep it in your refrigerator next to your beers.
Oh, I bet on a nice hot day, that'd feel pretty good.
Definitely.
Having some chili deodorant on.
Yeah. I've certainly smelled like Coors Light before. They say it is the Coors Light deodorant. It is Rocky Mountain Breeze scented, whatever that means. You can go ahead and get it exclusively on the Coors Light website for $14.99 in trade. No, Coors Light, the deodorant, is not made with Coors Light beer. It says here, Coors Light and a company by the name of Dura-Dry. They make beauty products, don't you know? They teamed up to create what they're calling Dura-Chill deodorant. Dura-Chill. What else do you need to know? Oh, they say it's cold activated. They love that gimmick at Coors. Everything is cold activated.
Oh, yeah.
They do.
It's meant to be kept in the refrigerator next to your beer. You got to be 21 to buy it. Coors Light Big Shot made a statement, and he said the smell is crisp and clean with notes of juicy pear.
What?
Juicy pear, like the fruit, and smooth vanilla. Oh, smooth vanilla. That should be your rapper name, Josh.
That would be cool.
I like that, yeah.
I'd wear Coors Light deodorant.
Sure.
Yeah, I'd try it out.
Why not? I like the beer. Why not? I'd be happy to try their pit stick.
It's funny you keep in the fridge. All right, hon, yeah, I just got to put deodorant on. I'll be in the kitchen, then we can go.
Yeah, is it like a, does it say whether or not like it's a gel or a powder?
No,
It's a
they
stick,
do
it looks
not.
like.
You know what I smell when I take a whiff of Cubby over there? Ratings.
Stop that. I tried to buy some, sold out. I'd like to try it out.
Son of a bitch!
I know. I bet that would feel real good. Real good.
Yeah, I think I'm going to stick my deodorant in the fridge when I get home.
Yeah, on a hot day.
Imagine it would have the same effect.
I'm a deodorant junkie. I think I have a problem.
Yeah, same here. I've got some on me right now.
They should make a flask out of it. Like after you use deodorant. Odorant would be bad. Who leaks? Oh, that's me. I put on my new odorant. It's a combination of garbage and feces.
Boy, imagine if you made a mistake one day before like a hot date and you put on your odorant instead of your deodorant. What were you saying now?
The flask.
Oh, yeah, they should make it into a flask.
A flask.
That's a really cool idea, Josh.
And nobody would ever guess.
Yeah, kind of like Happy Gilmore too. One of his little mini hidden drinking devices.
Yeah, that was funny.
That was very clever.
The hand sanitizer. No,
everything-
that's actually hand sanitizer.
It's true. Everything he had was a flask.
Yep.
Ramesses does not sing at the party.
So the Duracell is $15, right?
Right.
They're selling them on eBay for about $50.
Oh, man.
I don't go to eBay, so that's not
Yeah.
my problem.
Deodorant is already too expensive.
Okay, but
You could get the stuff I get super cheap.
But I have to get a certain kind. And that barely does the trick.
I'm dedicated to Old Spice. But let me ask you, I proclaim myself a deodorant junkie, and I want to see if that's true by comparing my habits to yours. How many swipes do you go each pit, Cubby? Go!
I go down, up, down.
3 swipes?
I get, but it's
That's it?
Mine's
I am a junkie.
you do a lot more.
Oh, I go until my arm is tired.
I was embarrassed because I thought you were looking at me like I did it wrong.
Is that
I like the gel stuff. You know, it's got the little holes in the fun gel.
Sure.
Oh, I hate
So
that
it
stuff.
Just uses however much is there.
Whatever blows your skirt up. You're a 3 swiper? Oh, I couldn't leave the house after only 3 swipes.
I'm like a 5 or 6, probably
Oh.
4 times a day, though.
I am in
like, it's
trouble.
not just one and done.
I am also multiple times a day.
Really?
I am in trouble.
I'm just a morning guy.
Oh, multiple times a day.
Sometimes.
And I usually go about 15 swipes per pit.
Wow, dude.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I got a problem. I love it. I want it to be obvious at all times. And then, of course, I pile on the Axe body spray for the ladies.
Was there an incident at some point where you got called
No.
a smelly kid or anything?
No.
So nothing triggered.
I'm
this.
just hooked on it.
Okay.
Sometimes after I put it on, I start to sweat a little bit, like immediately, 2 minutes later.
Yeah.
And so I'll like dab my underarms with paper towels and then reapply.
Yep.
And every time I do that, I'm like, I have a problem.
I'm hooked on it. Like Stone Cold Steve Austin said, when that glass hits, it's like a shot of adrenaline, and you get hooked on it.
That's actually crazy, dude. How fast do you go through deodorant?
Real fast, and I'm the same way with friggin' shampoo, and I'm the same way with toothpaste, and it's driving my wife friggin' crazy.
You are why places like Costco and Sam's Club exist.
Because about every my wife does all the shopping online, and every 4 days I say, I need some more shampoo, deodorant, and toothpaste. And she says, Jesus balls, what do you do in your bathroom? I got a problem.
I want to shout out Classic Country Jesus and the other 3 swipers who have texted in this morning.
Oh, you getting some support in the 3 swiper
Yeah,
club?
there's a bunch of 3 swipers out there.
Hey, I ain't mad at you, not even a little bit. I'm just saying I could not comfortably leave the house after only 3 swipes per pit. I would feel naked.
Brandon said deodorant only once a week. Just once a week for Brandon.
Well, I've told you about my friend who. Are you ready for this? He doesn't believe in deodorant.
Everybody knows one of them.
Oh, no. What does he use? Like a potato?
Oh, I know somebody that uses.
I don't
Well,
know.
I shouldn't
Charcoal?
say. Yeah, I went to
bait-
school with a kid whose family used half a potato.
He uses a baby bird.
Stop it. Does not.
All right, this is what I'd call trippy. And I almost never use that word. But that's the word that comes to mind. Here's the deal. A group of technically gifted dork nerds in a place called Amsterdam, they've smooth come up with a new gadget called a dream recorder. And by God, that so-called dream recorder turns your dreams, wet or otherwise. The dream recorder turns your dreams into videos. So more or less you can watch a replay of your dream ski.
No way. If this actually works, that is really incredible.
Well, it's not as fancy schmancy as you might think. I agree with you. This would be, it says here, it doesn't actually scan your brain waves or anything like that. What you have to do is, number one, you have to remember your dream.
All right.
That's
got
tough to
that.
do.
Not always the easiest thing to do.
I
but,
almost never can.
Oh, I feel bad. I remember every dream.
but no, you don't.
Or like the next morning, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Sometimes I can tell I had one, but I don't remember it at all.
Yeah, there's like, you have to immediately think of your dream as soon as you wake up. Don't like pick up your phone. Don't immediately get out of bed.
Tom Brady on vacation, me and my ex-wife. Anyway, you know that story. Yes, sometimes it's very difficult to remember your dreams, but that's step number one. You have to remember your dream. If and you can remember it, you describe in detail, you describe your dream into the dream recorder, and the dream recorder turns it into a damned video. They say here the dream recorder is slightly bigger than an alarm clock with a screen on the front that shows colorful, low-definition video clips of your dream. The story here says that all the examples that have been shared online, they look like an acid trip. The dream recorder can store a week's worth of your dreams. The bad news is you can't buy one. You have to build it yourself. Oh, you dicks.
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
No, yeah. Why would I want to do that?
Well, they say it's quite easy to build your own dream recorder. But yeah, that angered me at first. I thought to myself, I'm not Bob Ross. I'm not a scientist.
What am I paying for?
Yeah, you're not the professor. You can't turn a coconut into a radio.
Wait a minute. Did I get the wrong name?
You did.
Who is Bob Ross?
The painter.
He's always painting like a happy little
Oh,
cloud.
that friggin' guy. Anyway, the dream recorder people, they claim it's not hard, and they've posted for you a shopping list online. If you buy these items, you can easily put together your own dream recorder. And it'll cost you around $330 to build it. Some kind of AI video app called Luma. If you know what I mean, then you're already on your way to building your own dream recorder.
I've been having such bad dreams lately.
Yeah?
Well, I mean,
Was it you, Tom Brady, and my ex-wife?
they're not like awful, because sometimes I'll have like straight up like horror movie dreams, but my husband's just been mean to me in all my dreams lately. And it's completely unnecessary. Like, it's not like he's cheating or anything. He's just really rude.
Are you mad at him in the waking hours?
I guess sometimes I get mad about the fact that he sleeps peacefully and I have to get up 15 times to pee.
He's not cheating on me. He's just really rude.
It's so weird.
You are rude in my dreams, and you are going to hear about it.
Sports on the 93X Half-Assed Morning Show.
Hey, Mr. Phelps, we have a problem. Did you know that 1 in 3 Ravens cannot swim? We have a solution for you, sir.
Come to Ravens training camp in this beautiful aquatic center and teach us how to swim.
Michael Phelps, the famous Olympic swimmer, was teaching the Baltimore Ravens how to swim.
They asked him to teach him how. I guess most of them can't swim.
Well, F me running. What a cute combination I'm sure they made. I prepared nothing. Everyone knows that the Twins just upped and traded half their roster yesterday. And I'm very interested in hearing the comments from our guests at 7:30. Randy Shaver, the Ass Man, they call him, and Brad Ryder, who also goes by the Lonely Boy. I want to see what those boys make of it.
Twins fans aren't too happy right now.
No, not at all.
And I was trying to, I guess I knew it was bad. I get the notifications from some apps that I subscribe to, but my husband kept like reading them out loud to me every single time it happened. I was like, stop doing that. Like, we need to keep my blood pressure down, not elevated.
I guess I don't really know how to feel. I mean, what was happening this year wasn't working. So, you make moves for the future. I don't know. I'm just speaking out loud because I don't really know how to feel. It wasn't like anyone was racing out to Target Field to see this team. What, were there a lot of people in town who are going to miss Ty France?
I'm bummed that they got rid of Louis Barland.
Well, of course, that's your grade school boyfriend. People are upset that Chris Paddock is gone. Harrison Bader. I'm just speaking out loud. I don't know how to feel. It's obviously a real original move. This many guys in a 24-hour period. Don't get me wrong. That's obvious. This does not happen very often to have 40% of your roster shipped off. But there was zero buzz in this town for the Minnesota Twins. It seemed as if nobody cared at all. Not a lot of people at the ballpark. I'd talk about Twins games on this radio station, and there would be 2 or 3 people in the audience that even watch the game. So I'm just playing devil's advocate. Suddenly everyone cares?
I did notice that on social media yesterday. I was like, I've never seen you talk about the Twins once in the past, it's 6 months, but here you are going off about them. It did kind of irk me.
And again,
I felt like a D-bag.
I'm just saying, because I don't know where to go with this. It was kind of embarrassing, really. That was the word that came to mind. My God, look at what they're doing over there.
I don't know if
How
there's
bad is this team going to be for a couple of years? Go ahead, Ashley.
I don't know if there's any truth to this. I'll have to check it out. But Tire Guy Jesus said that the Twins broke a record for trading the most active roster players.
Yeah. I can believe that. So there you go. We'll see what Randy Shaver, Brad Ryder have to say. You can feel free to text us. What do you think? Do you care? Are you pissed? Are you excited for the future? 651-989-9393. We'd love to hear from our listening audience. We got to take a damn break. Josh is over here. He's got his D in one hand and his news report in the other. Cubbies News is coming up next.
My God.
Half-assed morning show.
They are in an alternate reality than ours. They are in that rock and roll rock reality.
They surround themselves with these professional dickheads.
And I'm not even really sure if they're aware,
I don't think they're aware of how much they suck.
93X rocks.
And the next thing she told me, she knew she woke up in the hospital and she almost died.
A 34-year-old mother in Kentucky has been arrested after she enlisted her young children in a disturbing plot to make their grandmother suffer a serious allergic reaction, even making her work with a handwritten note. According to police, the victim had been receiving threatening messages from Tiffany Gregory for months. The threats had been growing more alarming and even more concerning. The victim also reported seeing Gregory drive past her house multiple times. Gregory was previously married to the victim's son. In one particularly unhinged moment, Gregory sent the victim a video she'd secretly filmed of her just standing in line at Walgreens. Then the chick went crazy. Authorities say Gregory picked up her 2 kids, ages 8 and 11, for what she said was a fun trip to the zoo. But first, she told them they had to run an errand. That errand involved the children stomping on several bell peppers, something Gregory knew their grandmother was dangerously allergic to. She then placed the crushed peppers into a gift bag and told her kids to deliver it to Grandma. But the children, fully aware of their grandmother's allergy, refused. So Gregory turned to a friend who seemed to have looser grips on morality. That friend reportedly delivered the bag, placing it in the victim's car along with a handwritten birthday card that read, "You ruined my life. Enjoy your allergic reaction."
Crush the peppers, pick the peppers up, put it in the birthday bag, and then that's when they drove over to the victim's home. And her friend Emily, who was in the car, got a piece of paper, and Tiffany had Emily write the note, which you all read in the report what the note said.
Fortunately, the victim's husband discovered the bag and threw it away before any harm was done. The children also told police about another incident back in mid-June. Their mother had said she needed to drop off some legal paperwork at their grandmother's house. But while there, she rubbed a pink substance onto the handle of the victim's car door. Later, when the victim went to her vehicle, she wiped the handle off with a napkin and soon after woke up in the hospital, having suffered a serious allergic reaction.
God dang.
She hates her her ex-mother-in-law.
That's not right.
No.
Not even close to being right.
That's very bad.
Yeah.
A 38-year-old Virginia man took a detour straight into the back of a patrol car Sunday afternoon after a roadside scuffle with a Florida state trooper, one that likely earned the cop a lifetime supply of locker room jokes from his buddies. The trooper had pulled Addison Taylor's SUV over about 4 p.m. after clocking him at 91 and a 70. The trooper suspected he may have been under the influence. After pulling over, Taylor handed the trooper a prescription bottle, which, as it turns out, was the Florida equivalent of pulling the pin on a grenade, because when the trooper tried to open it, Taylor lunged at him and the struggle began. Things escalated when the trooper tried to open the prescription bottle Taylor handed him, and Taylor suddenly grabbed him. During that scuffle, the trooper somehow managed to pepper spray himself, which will be tough for Officer Ouchie to live down at the precinct.
God dang, he pepper sprayed himself?
Yeah, he got himself.
In the vent?
Right in the vent, right in the holler hole. He got himself right in the face. Taylor took advantage of the blinded trooper and then elbowed Captain Capacin in the Smile Factory. Sergeant Pepper Spray later said that he feared Taylor was going to push him into traffic, like he was looking for his chap string. But luckily, another officer arrived just in time, pulled Taylor from the vehicle, and made the arrest.
Elbowed him right in the word giver.
Yeah.
Right in the, well, that sounds like a hell of a night on the job for that particular patrolman.
Nothing to worry about here, folks. Just your run-of-the-mill radioactive wasp nest turning up in a site in South Carolina that once made key parts for nuclear bombs.
Sweet.
Nope.
Wait a minute, what?
I sense a sci-fi movie coming.
I was going to say, get the guy from 90210 on the blower.
July 3rd, the Radiological Control Operations team at the Savannah River site stumbled upon the glowing Airbnb for angry insects, conveniently located next to a nuclear facility. Further inspection revealed radiation levels over 10 times what federal guidelines allow, which is the kind of thing that garners attention. The official report assured the public the wasping was no big deal. And the nuclear wasp nest is being classified as on-site contamination, not a sign of some accidental nuclear boner, noting no contamination detected in the surrounding area.
That wasp nest is considered on-site legacy radioactive contamination, and it's not related to a loss of contamination control. Legacy radioactive contamination is lingering radioactive contamination resulting from past activities.
The site was opened in the early 50s to manufacture nuclear bomb parts during the start of the Cold War. Now the site has shifted toward making fuel for nuclear plants.
So you're saying they really believe there's a gang of radioactive wasps that could escape at any minute and murder us all?
Like a three-headed wasp?
They're saying that we're all safe, but they said that from a distance.
You're not buying it.
No. If glowing wasp bunkers weren't unsettling enough, nature's got another surprise in store, this time with more legs and significantly more libido. Starting next month, or I guess it would be this month, thousands of giant tarantulas will rise from the earth like shaggy, eight-legged groundhogs. Except instead of predicting the weather, they're just really, really horny. In some areas, you might see them by the dozens, marching in loose lines like big, fuzzy hellbugs on a mission. And they are on a mission. That mission is to bang, as it's mating season. From August through October, the annual Arachnid Amor Fest will sweep across parts of California, Colorado, Kansas, New Mexico, and Texas, turning otherwise peaceful backyards and campsites into sex scenes from a horror movie. The softball-sized spiders may look like escapees from a haunting petting zoo, but officials claim they're mostly harmless to humans.
If you spot one of these guys, best to just leave it alone. Experts say they're generally docile, but they can bite and even jump up to 2 feet.
A Colorado town even leans into the Leggy Love Parade, inviting visitors to come witness that annual orgy.
You want to go to the spider orgy?
Yeah, I think I'm going to pass on that one. I don't need to go to that one at all.
Let's go get stoned and go to the spider sex show.
Boy, it's been a rough PR stretch for Chuck E. Cheese. Or at least lately, you can win a bouncy ball, eat pizza, watch their mascot get hauled off in handcuffs, and witness a full-blown brawl right before dessert. Last weekend, the Mobile, Alabama location became less of a family fun center and more of an unsanctioned MMA area with arcade. A fight broke out involving over 20 people. It ended with a kid playing skee ball getting punched in the eyeball.
They started fighting while I was walking by, and then they punched me on accident when I was walking. I don't know if it was on purpose or an accident.
Cute kid.
Yes, oh my gosh.
The adults started this, didn't they?
Yes, they did.
Little kids just trying to play skee ball.
That's all the kids trying to do. According to a witness, a man started attacking a woman and some kids, and that's when a little girl took some knuckles to the eye.
A man started attacking a woman and some kids.
Yeah, the toughest guy in the arcade.
Oh, man. This effing guy, huh?
They punched me in the eye, she told reporters while pointing to the crime scene on her face.
They punched me in the eye. That's what happened. In the eye? Right here.
Who punched her in the eye? That dude?
The guy did. And another Chuck E. Cheese-related incident we actually covered in the Stupid News earlier this week. Police responded to a call at Chuck E. Cheese in Tallahassee. It produced a viral image that's been making the rounds. A woman reported $100 in fraudulent charges on her credit card and tracked that activity back to an employee. That employee was none other than the person in the Chuck E. Cheese mascot costume who was promptly arrested while still in full rodent regalia. The fuzzy felon now faces felony charges.
One of the best pictures ever. He looks so sad.
That is a good picture. I enjoyed that as well.
Hey, dude, you've got some marks on your hands and your face. What happened? It's at Chuck E. Cheese over the weekend. I had to attack a woman and some kids.
You know how it goes.
Pretty worn out, I got to be honest with you. I'm pretty beat by all that.
Thank goodness the kid wasn't hurt worse. But at the same time, I wonder if there's a little pride that escaped this guy when he realized that kid can take his punch. No problem.
Oh, good point.
That's a
Doesn't
tough
even
kid.
leave a mark.
In theaters this week, following in the footsteps of his bumbling father, Detective Frank Drebin Jr. must solve a murder to prevent the police department from shutting down in The Naked Gun. It appears that stars Pamela Anderson and Liam Neeson have sparked a blossoming romance.
Yeah, what's that about? I like that.
When we're in the bedroom, Neeson brings a very particular set of skills.
What's the deal here? You're both single right now. There's clearly chemistry. Are you two an item?
Craig.
What?
Craig.
I don't understand the question.
Pamela, don't lie on the...
Look, we met on set, and we discovered we had a lovely, budding chemistry.
And it seems Pam might have a type, because there's a long-standing rumor in Hollywood that Neeson is gifted.
Oh.
If you follow me there, much like Tommy Lee.
That makes sense.
They're really in love?
Supposedly, they've got some sort of a dating relationship going on.
They look happy together.
They do.
That is just great.
Also in theaters, Sam Rockwell, Mark Maron, Craig Robinson, Natasha Lyonne, and Alex Borstein, a.k.a. Lois from Family Guy, all voice the cast of The Bad Guys 2. The bad guys struggle to find trust and acceptance in their newly minted lives as good guys, but they're pulled out of retirement and forced to do one last job. Mark Maron, by the way, has a comedy special debuting on HBO tonight called Mark Maron Panicked. Streaming on Apple TV Plus, Jason Momoa in Chief of War. A Hawaiian war chief joins a campaign to unite the warring islands in order to save them from the threat of colonization.
Oh, boy.
Jason Momoa is 46 today.
Did you see the video of him shaving his beard?
Yeah.
That was weird. I didn't like that.
He doesn't like shaving.
He needs to keep that thing on.
Yeah, he does not like to shave.
I'd like to shave his beard. And force him to eat it.
They shaved our beards. This is very good for me that this is coming out.
What's happening?
He is a bit of an aphrodisiac to my wife, this Jason Momoa. So we'll be watching this faux shout. Now on HBO Max, the streaming premiere of Final Destination Bloodlines. And the WWE's biggest stars face off in the 38th annual SummerSlam with a 2-day live event from MetLife Stadium starting tomorrow on pay-per-view and Peacock.
SummerSlam, huh?
Yep. You going to watch any of it?
No, I haven't watched wrestling in years.
Not going to happen?
And if I was to watch wrestling, I would choose AEW anyway. But I mean, I have fond memories of SummerSlam 1999 right here in Minneapolis.
What about you, Dana? Is this something you'll tune in?
Oh, yeah, I'll be watching for sure.
Happy birthday this Sunday to my very real friend, Ken, a.k.a. Ken is Real Jesus. Runs in the Dark Jesus. Texas shout out for his oldest boy, Reed, turning the big 07 today. Happy birthday to Geeky Trucker Jesus. Happy third birthday to that Wisconsin girl, Jesus' sassy little girl, Pumpkin. Smuzak Jesus sends a shout out to his smoke show of a wife, Natalie, who somehow keeps getting hotter, he said. And it's his birthday on Sunday, so happy birthday to you. What up to the guys and gals hitting the links for the 20th annual Mad Dog Golf Tournament tomorrow? Happy 33rd to Good Not Great Jesus, who, by the way, wanted an A1 from day one for his birthday. Dishwasher Dude Jesus shouting out his new boss lady, Carrie. Happy 27th anniversary to Melissa from Scaffolding Jeebus. And a shout out to Oliver, president of the Rodent Hood. We've talked about him once before. He's a loyal guinea pig daily listener with his dad. I'll try anything 4 times Jesus. We thank you for listening once again. And that's 93X News.
He's playing with the meth pipe right now. He's trying to smoke it. All right. Enough fun and games.
Randy Schaefer on the Half-Assed Morning Show.
Tough day for Twins fans. There's no doubt about it. I mean, the rest of the season is going to be a bunch of auditions, and it's going to be, what do we got in these guys? You know, and the vibes aren't high right now. They just aren't. There's no other way around it. Trades happen, like you're going to go through years like this, but 10 dudes of your 26-man roster?
Here comes Randy Shaver and Brad Ryder. What do you think, boys? Go ahead.
Well, I can't say that I'm surprised. About a week or so ago, I kind of thought that maybe something like this might be coming because they're selling the team. I said it's easier when you're selling a team to get away with doing something like this because you're trying to shed payroll to make the team look more attractive to new buyers. So,
a lot of people
10 guys, I didn't necessarily expect that.
Yeah, everyone expected some movement. I don't know how many expected 10 or 11 players. A lot of people seem to be mad at my bros, the Polat family.
Very much so.
God, you love them.
What do you make of this, Randy Shaver? It was a hell of a deal yesterday. And the last 24 hours, really. A hell of a deal.
Yeah.
I said it. The word that came to mind for me was embarrassing.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that. I think as you look at the franchise as a whole after what happened yesterday, first of all, it's a total systematic failure all the way across in the Twins organization.
Like even Rocco?
I think so.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, I think you have to look at everything now because you just don't trade away Duran, Castro, Varland, Jax, who you have control over.
Right.
Varland's having a great season, a breakout year. You still control him for 5 more years.
Mm-hmm.
You don't make those deals like that. And then, I mean, I love the Correa deal. I think that was great. Get rid of the salary. He's just not been what you thought you were going to get.
Right.
There were times, there were moments.
Yeah.
But overall, it's way too much money for one guy who just isn't the guy. It just isn't.
I'm down with that. I am.
But those 4 pitchers, that bothers me the most because first of all, they got some decent value, or I should say those 3 pitchers and Castro. They got decent value, but you gave away so much of what this team was built on. Their bullpen was one of their strengths.
Right.
And you, in one day, in 2 hours, you just decimated that entire bullpen.
They overwhelmed the airport
and you,
in a matter of a couple hours.
Right. And you basically have given Twins fans for the rest of this year and likely going into next year, zero hope that this team is going to be a competitive ball team for the near future, unless you make some incredible deals in the offseason, which under new ownership, maybe you will. I think that's what Twins fans have to hope for the most now, that an owner will come in and say, I'm going to spend money. I'm going to be the Wilfs.
That's every Twins fan's wet dream.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm going to be the Wilfs because if you're not going to be the Wilfs, this franchise is going to be in a sad place for quite a while, which is very sad for the Twins loyal fans because honestly, there's nothing better than a summer day at Target Field watching baseball, good baseball.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we lost that after yesterday.
40% of the roster.
It's going to take a while, though, for even if a new ownership comes in and, like you said, act like the Wilfs, it's going to take a while for that reputation to take hold around the league. And if you're an impending free agent and you just saw what happened yesterday, do you think that no matter how much money the Twins are going to throw at you, that they're going to be at the top of your list this offseason?
I wish I would have sold secondhand exercise equipment, I'll tell you that.
Let's put it this way. If the Twins are not sold and the winter meetings, if this thing lingers and they're still under Pohlad control, no one's going to sign him.
No.
It's not going to happen.
That's my point.
This offseason, it is so critical that the Pohlads sell the team. Get out of here. Be done. Because Twins fans are done with you.
Oh, yeah.
It's over.
If you're just coming to or you're incarcerated or something, what we're discussing is the Twins traded 40% of their roster yesterday, roughly, or in the last 24, 36 hours, whatever the arithmetic is at this point. Carlos Correa, Duran, Griffin Jacks, Ashley's grade school boyfriend, Louis Varland, Brock Stewart, Willie Castro, Harrison Bader, Chris Paddock, Danny Coulomb, Ty France.
Jeez.
Oh, God.
I have a buddy, and he's a diehard Twins fan, and he has season tickets. And if anybody wants to make some money, he would like to pay somebody to take his season tickets from him.
Oh, really?
He's done, yeah.
There are a lot of people sharing screenshots on social media of them canceling their season tickets yesterday.
Well, that's kind of funny because 2 days ago I have season tickets.
Yeah.
I got an email and the prices are going up.
That's ridiculous.
I was trying to figure out how that works.
Just a massive yard sale.
I cannot think of any team at the trading deadline, even when I was a kid, I can't think of any team that's done what the Twins did yesterday.
I can't think of one either.
I can't. I agree with Brad. It's not. I'm surprised at the amount, but it's a shocking number of players to deal away.
Mm-hmm. I forgot about the pimp, Randy Dobnak. I forgot about the pimp.
Especially really good players under team control. Not going to be free agents where you know you're going to have to spend the money.
Right.
It's very sad.
Do we know Do we know enough about any of what they're getting in return?
Yeah. No. Nick,
a lot of prospects.
Well, but not necessarily.
Okay.
I think Taj Bradley from Tampa has.
He's a pitcher.
He's a pitcher. He's shown some quality at the major league level. Now, he was just sent down by Tampa before this trade, but he's pitched in 60-some major league games. I think the Outman kid for the Dodgers, who they got for Brock Stewart, he had a great rookie season 2 years ago. Mm-hmm. I don't know what happened to him since.
He's been benched for about the last 6 weeks or so. Yeah.
He's been in the he's bounced around minors and whatever. But
see, I don't know enough about what they're getting in return. Yeah. I've read about Outman, and I've read about who you just mentioned from Tampa Bay. I'm sorry. Go ahead one more time.
Taj Bradley.
Taj Bradley. A lot of these guys are prospects. I don't know.
I was shocked. She just said it's the real life version of the movie Major League. It kind of is.
Yeah, somebody said might as well tap the California Penal League if we're looking for players at this point.
You know who celebrated yesterday?
Who?
Through all this, the St. Paul Saints players.
Oh,
they all graduated.
They're going to be playing in the bigs now. Yeah, they've graduated to the big leagues now.
So, I mean, what they got, the Correa thing was nothing more than a salary.
Right.
I mean, the pitcher they got is like, come on.
Well,
I mean that.
And the Twins are paying the Twins are paying the Astros, I think, $36 million to take the rest of that contract away.
Exactly. Yeah,
so,
and it's a great deal. I'm glad they did that.
Yeah, I am
really
too.
am.
Yeah.
Earlier I said
they owed him $100 and some million, and they basically said to Houston, "Yeah, we'll pay 32. Just get the rest of this off our plate."
Yep.
This was so overwhelming and so unique that earlier I said I don't really know how to feel about it. And I kind of played the devil's advocate role and said, because Dana mentioned a lot of Twins fans are mad. And I said, well, okay, I get that. But to me, it seemed like all year long, the vibe all year long has been really weird. I don't think in my entire life there was less buzz over a Twins season than this one right here. No one seemed to be going to games. Even at my neighborhood bars, sometimes wouldn't even bar television, where for my entire life, you always put the baseball game on. This year, you'd walk into bars, they didn't even have the damn game on.
part of that is because where did you even watch it? Where were you supposed to watch it?
Well,
that stuff is so frustrating.
That was that too. Yeah. But Ashley, I totally get what you're saying. But trust me, I know these bars have the channel. They just weren't turning it on because people at the bar weren't saying, "Hey, put the Twins game on." You make a good point, but the patrons didn't care. I'd talk about the Twins on this radio show, and people would text in. So it's weird. I understand that you're angry, but it didn't seem like this was working. This version of the Minnesota Twins.
Well, I don't think it's so much the players that they're giving up and stuff. It's that symbolizes. It symbolizes that they've completely given up on the team, this current ownership group. They've sold off everybody. Apathy has been setting in since they cut the payroll at the beginning of last season. And I think this is just the final. I'm done then.
I think the people. I think the vibe that Randy touched on a little bit. The vibe that sends a lot of people over the top is the fact that they traded away guys that they could have had under team-controlled contracts. Well, how many years? There's at least 4 of those guys, right? 4 or 5 of those guys I get trading free agents. That happens every year. And
right.
I get trying to trade away a big contract like Correa's. That makes a lot of sense too, but it doesn't make any sense to some people, and why a lot of people are upset is because of that, because you've got 4 or 5 guys who you could have had under team-controlled contracts for a while, and you ship them away too.
So I mentioned I didn't really know how to feel about it. I asked our listeners, 651-989-9393, how do you feel about it? Here are a few of the text messages that came in. One listener says, I'm speechless. The owners have given us the shaft, and it's a damn shame. Another listener says, my wife and I are season ticket holders and have been to only 2 games this season. Yes, change something. So they're excited about the change. Many answers were simply Jay Cutler. Don't care. I'm upset, says one listener. Been following them all year. It's extremely sad. Here for a good time, not for a long time, she says. I'm excited about the shakeup. Long overdue. Hopefully we can grow a stronger team now. It's been a mixed bag. But overall, the most popular answer that I've gotten is don't care.
Let me give you just a little bit of more of a perspective. I was reading Michael Ram this morning from the Star Trib, and he made a really good point. And the point is that the Twins are currently 51 and 57.
Yeah.
Okay. They're 13 and 17 in 1-run games this year. Had they flipped that around and been 18 and 12, 17 and 13, whatever, they would be right there in the wild card race. So if 4 or 5 games or 6 games switched around,
sure,
would we have been in this position? And probably the answer is no. Maybe yes with some of those potential free agent players, but probably not the wholesale fire sale that they made. So what that says is this team was not that bad.
Yeah.
This team was competitive at times. Yes, injury to Lopez doesn't help. There's been some guys hurt here and there, but this isn't the Rockies. These aren't the White Sox.
Yeah.
This was a competitive baseball team that just did not play very well at certain points this year and found itself in this perfect storm of a mess. Ownership issues.
Yeah. Perfect storm.
Perfect storm. And it's unfortunate. And honestly, yesterday was historic.
Yeah.
It's historic in this franchise.
Josh compared it to the movie Major League. I just got a text that says, half of these guys I've never heard of, and this guy's dead. Well, cross him off the list then. I think that's a famous line from that movie.
Another way to look at the same point is, the Seattle Mariners, let's look at them. They're 6 games better than the Twins. They're 58 and 52. That's only 6 games difference. And they went all in. I mean, at the trade deadline, they went all in and made a bunch of trades and got a bunch of people on their, they're going all in a difference of, stable ownership and 6 games in the standings. That's what we saw yesterday.
One team goes one way, the other team goes the other way. And, the Boston Red Sox tried like hell to make a trade for Joe Ryan, but couldn't get her done. It was actually posted on social media for a while.
Dude, I would have lit something on fire.
Field on fire. Yeah. Trading Joe Ryan would have the fan base is already butthurt, but if they had traded Joe Ryan, I just think that you would have seen a massive outcry. I mean, there already is, but that one, I was watching closely yesterday because I just think people would have been, oh my God, so upset.
I was rooting for it to happen.
Well, I already saw an article, by the way. I already saw an article that said, look for that deal to be done this winter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I read that too.
I don't, you know what,
deal.
if there's new ownership, I don't think you'll see that. I just don't.
Morale is, the morale in the Twins clubhouse after yesterday is being described as ugly.
Oh, God. Can't imagine.
Players aren't happy. No one wants to stay if they're selling us off like this, one Twins player was apparently quoted.
You have to wonder.
Buxton just talking about how he doesn't want to leave at all, and then this happens.
Maybe he's thinking, hey, maybe I would be willing to waive that no-trade clause after all.
Hey, we still have an 11.5-game lead on the White Sox.
At Cleveland this weekend.
I wish they were at home. I just want to see what the vibes would be like at Target Field.
Yeah, an immediate home series after this?
I don't think I want to, just for the sake of the poor people that work there, because people are going to end up taking it out on them. And
people will be dicks.
Yeah.
But, see, Dana, that's the brilliance of my close personal friends, the Polads.
Yeah.
Make this deal when they're headed out on the road for a few days. Let everything calm down. They're brilliant. Randy Shaver, you can't even understand the Polads.
They're playing 3D chess, man.
They're like Christian Ponder. You can't, your brain is even bigger.
How did that turn out?
Well, I'll tell you, when's the last time you heard about ISIS?
Right. Your brain isn't even big enough.
What was Ponder solved it.
I'll tell the story again because Ashley seems confused. Many years ago at the YZ American Legion, the host of our August 22nd Bro Stout Cancer event, get your tickets at 93x.com, $20 a pop. You got to get a table ahead of time for our Bro Stout Cancer event. I'm watching the Packers and the, what do you call the local football team here?
The Vikings.
The Vikings. I'm watching the Packers and the Vikings. It was a Sunday night game or something, and the Vikings were not great. But I believe this was a situation where if they beat Green Bay, they might have a chance to make the playoffs. The quarterback that season for the Vikings was Christian Ponder. And by this point in the season, even though they were mediocre, the general vibe of the Viking fan base was that they had had enough of Christian Ponder. So early in this game against the Packers, he throws just a terrible interception. And the whole bar goes, get the bastard out of there. Oh, I'm done with this son of a bitch. Friggin' Christian Ponder. And one of my bros, who was very intoxicated that evening, turned on the entire bar. This took a set of balls for him to make this turn, but he did. He said, you know what the problem is with all you people? Your brain isn't big enough to understand Christian Ponder. You can't even begin to understand this guy's brilliance. You people are too stupid for Christian Ponder. And the whole bar is completely dumbfounded, staring at him as if he's a maniac, and then he dumps this line. Remember, this is a number of years ago. He dumps this line in as the icing on the cake. He says, about Christian Ponder, he says, he'll figure out that ISIS.
That's awesome.
Now, okay, so we'll catch up with the misery on Monday. We've said all we can say about the Twins. We'll revisit the nightmare after their weekend in Cleveland.
I'm excited for Carlos Correa's first media availability down in Houston. See what he has to say about what was going on behind the scenes here at the Twins. And
I bet you Carlos will. I bet you he'll paint a nice picture.
I don't know.
I bet you he'll paint a nice picture.
You know what?
After
he'll say the right thing.
Yes, let me put it this way. After what Carlos Correa has been through, and now he put himself in the position that he did, I don't think he wants to make any more enemies ever again.
There's a couple of guys that got traded away, though, that I would keep an eye on.
Yeah. But Carlos Correa...
Griffin Jax being one of them.
Oh, yeah, he's pissed.
He was pissed on his way out. I don't think Carlos Correa wants to offend anyone else for the rest of his life after what he did and what Altuve did and what Bregman did.
Cheater.
Yeah, he got paid.
And he's getting a pile of money. Now, just speaking of the Major League Baseball trade deadline in general, most of it bored me to death, but I never hope for good things for a New York team. But the New York Metropolitans acquiring Cedric Mullins in a trade with the Cedric Mullins is awesome. So that's a damn shame for the Orioles and great for the. Does anyone even know who I'm talking about? State of baseball.
Oh no. Yeah.
Cedric Mullins. I mean, I hope it doesn't work out for the Mets and they win the World Series or something awful like that. But I thought that was notable. That guy's a great player.
I thought the baseball trade, the deadline yesterday was about as big as I've ever seen it. There were so many trades made yesterday, big and small. Of course, the Twins being a big part of it too. But I don't have it in front of me, but I looked at there was a social post of what the Padres traded yesterday from their farm system to get the players they got. I don't even know if they got a farm system left.
Oh.
I mean, they traded, I'm going to guess now, I don't have it exactly in front of me, but I think they traded about 7 of their top 20 listed players in their farm system yesterday. It could have been more than that.
They drained it.
They drained it because they're like Seattle. They're all in. They're going to give it their best shot. And that's a team that's been hurt by injuries a lot this year.
Jesus.
Yet they're still in the chase.
Listen to this text that was sent in. Listen to this question from a listener. Who has less hope, Twins fans or Wild fans?
Oh, Twins fans for sure.
Yeah, hands down. I don't think there's much of a competition there.
It's not even close.
That's not even that close of a. I just like pouring gasoline.
Not even close.
Gasoline on fire.
I think the bigger question in baseball terms is who has the least hope? White Sox fans, Rocky fans, or Twins fans?
Oh man,
I'm gonna go with the Vikings. Now, an ordinary game last night between the Atlanta Braves and Cincinnati Reds turned into a historic thriller in the 8th inning. It was a 3-3 tie going into the 8th inning. In the top of the 8th, the Braves exploded for 8 runs, only to allow the Reds to storm back in the bottom of the 8th with their own 8-run output.
Amazing.
It's just the 3rd time in Major League history that both teams scored 8 or more runs in the same inning. In the 8th inning, each ball club had 8 runs on 8 hits. The scoreboard guy must have been having a damn conniption.
How long did that inning take to play?
Good question. I don't know. It's only the third time since 1961 that 2 teams combined for 16 or more hits in the same inning.
Brad, make a guess.
You have an answer, Randy Shaver?
Dana's going to find out. Well, let's make a guess.
53 minutes. I don't know.
I'm going to say an hour and 10 minutes.
Good luck looking that up. Can you?
I have no idea where to even start looking.
I don't know where you'd look that up. How long a particular inning lasted.
Well, I'll bet you somebody wrote about it in the newspaper in either of those cities when they described that inning.
All right.
Because it was such an historic inning. That's crazy.
Braves went on to win in 10 innings, if you care. But what's really a shame here, it's too bad they didn't save all that noise for that nationally televised racetrack game tomorrow night.
Oh, yeah.
That's the one everyone's going to be watching. It'll probably be like a 3-2 final, and it'll be a walk-off hit by pitch or something lame like that. The big racetrack game tomorrow night with the biggest crowd in Major League Baseball history. Too bad they didn't save this drama, that drama for tomorrow night's game. Dana, don't hurt yourself.
Yeah, I'm looking.
He's scrambling.
All right, we covered this a couple weeks ago, but here's a reminder. This is the weekend for the ESPN Ocho gimmick. It actually started last night with goat races and an auctioneer competition. Boy,
Oh, cool. We should play that song. The
a good
Auctioneer.
song?
You never heard The Auctioneer?
No.
Doesn't ring
That's
a bell.
right up your alley, Nick. That
well,
surprises me.
I'm just saying, right off the top of my head, it doesn't ring a bell, but the auctioneer song?
Yeah, I can't. Ooh, who was that by?
Oh, I'm sure I heard it because I love modern country music. Last night, they started off with goat races. ESPN Ocho, a great bit that was born from an absolutely awful movie. So tonight, you can see slippery stairs. You can see the Car-Jitsu Championship. Randy Shaver, there's nothing in the Ocho lineup that grabs you.
Nothing. Zero.
All right, Randy, let me see if I can get you dialed into the Ocho. Let's see, all weekend long. The Microsoft Excel World Championships. Can anyone tell me what that means?
Making spreadsheets.
Spreadsheets? Yeah. Do they just
What in God's name is a
finish
spreadsheet?
it first?
I guess I don't even really know how to make a spreadsheet myself, let alone the details of the spreadsheet competition.
Other highlights? Coffin wars. People fighting in a coffin.
Oh, yeah, these sounded awesome.
Randy, you won't even watch the corgi races?
No, don't care.
What do you have against corgis?
Yeah.
Grow up.
Grow up.
Grow up, says the guy who admitted a couple of weeks ago to creating himself as the coach of the Gophers on a football video game.
Don't they do corgi races at Canterbury?
Corgi races at Canterbury?
Yeah, or some type of dog races,
I went and
right?
watched Basset Hound races there.
Oh, maybe that's what it is.
I don't. They race all kinds of things at Canterbury. They probably have had corgis out there. Well, Randy, show a little respect to the memory of Cooks Bagooks. My paralyzed corgi who passed on a few years ago. Show a little respect.
Sorry. I apologize.
Rest in peace.
Cooks Bagooks was a good girl. Dog surfing will also be included this weekend. Got to be a pretty big dog if you're going to surf on it.
Do they like that? I want someone that works with animals, works with dogs to text in and.
I have watched dog surfing, and the dogs, most of them, look absolutely horrified.
That's what I thought. That's the vibe I get. They look very stressed out, but I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
I think they're heavily drugged.
They could combine the corgi races and put the corgis on the surfboards and make it like a triathlon for the corgis.
Josh, didn't you enjoy this a time or two on your television when you watched, I think I have this right, when you watched Roof Ball?
I don't know
Isn't it people standing on either side of a house and you throw a ball? I thought that was
you used to do that as a kid.
Yeah.
Sure, we used to do that all the time.
I just mentioned we used to do that as a kid. How much fun that was.
That was pretty fun on the farm when you do that over farm sheds. That was even more fun.
Get up on top of that shed and fix it, will you, farm boy?
Yeah.
Bubble gum blowing, adult kickball, Papa shot. Now that's good stuff. Pillow fights.
Oh.
Robot fights.
Put some sticks of butter in those pillowcases, then we're talking.
Oh, potatoes.
Oh, that works better.
Yeah.
Golf balls.
Just light somebody up. Arm wrestling, soap hockey, soap hockey is what I should have said. We discussed that.
That looks fun.
They're playing hockey barefoot on a soapy floor.
Yeah, it's basically like one big giant slip and slide of a rink, and they soap it up, and guys are just eating crap everywhere.
Tractor pulling, salad tossing, and something called Ultimate Ninja.
What was that other one?
Soap hockey.
Oh, thought I heard something else.
That's all weekend on the Ocho. We were talking about the Wilf family again and all their exercise equipment money. We were talking about the Wilf family earlier. Here's the headline. The Wilfs want to bring the NFL draft to Minnesota. Go ahead. You won't have to worry about me getting in the way.
Nick's got his own draft party.
Coming up. When is that? When is that again?
Well, it was in April.
Oh, well.
Do you think
What the hell is my...
Nick? Do you think when Nick gives the Wolf family credit for the exercise equipment that Dick and Rico just goes ballistic every time he does that? Wait a minute, what are you talking about?
I saw Dick and Rico at a boat show once, and I was starstruck.
Did you say skull?
No, I said nothing to them. I think this was pre-Wilf.
You were starstruck by the sight of Dick and Rico.
Yeah, that's the guy from the TV. I recognize that guy.
Skull.
Hey, Dick. Skull, brother.
Oh, my God.
Well, if the NFL draft already happened, then why am I having this party in a couple weeks? Is there another draft that I'm forgetting that I'm hosting?
It's a fantasy football draft.
Oh, my fantasy football draft party. That's right. All right, Randy.
Or a preseason Vikings game party.
Oh, yeah, next Saturday.
No, it's the fantasy. I'm hosting a fantasy football party. All right, Randy Shaver, Brad Ryder, take a guess. See if I can ask this correctly. Which NFL team has the highest winning percentage of all time? So this is the winningest NFL team of all time. Feel free to take your time.
I'm going to guess the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Brad Ryder's guess is the Pittsburgh, I don't know why you pronounce it that way, the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yes.
They are.
Say yes to that.
You might want to dump another answer on me here in a minute, boys, because they are the 10th.
Wow. Oh, my God.
The NFL team with the 10th highest winning percentage of all time. Let me try to give you more information. Well, there isn't any other information, really. They just did the arithmetic. No, it is not the Pittsburgh Steelers.
How about the 49ers?
They're the 9th.
Oh, my God.
We're working our way up.
They have the 9th best record.
Well, okay, I'll go with the Packers then.
3rd. All right, it's a little misleading. Go ahead.
Well, if we're thinking about older franchises, the Bears, I just can't imagine they
5th.
Are they really?
The winningest team in football history, the team with the highest winning percentage of all time, is the Baltimore
Dallas
Ravens.
Cowboys. Dallas Cowboys.
The answer is the Baltimore Ravens.
Which is also
they just moved to
Colts.
Well, they just moved to Baltimore not that long ago, and they're using their winning percentage. Is that right?
I don't know.
Okay, because they used to be Cleveland, correct?
Right. Yeah.
They were the Cleveland Browns. Yes, that's correct. They were the Cleveland Browns. And then
so, are they using, like Brad just asked, are they using Cleveland's record?
And I answered him.
He said he didn't know.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear it.
He said he didn't know.
I don't know.
They're asking questions like Nick commissioned this research to be done. Here's all the variables I want in it.
You know what? I can't imagine they would do that. They're probably just the Baltimore Ravens, and that's it. They're not.
Yes, I believe you're right, because their record is 268 wins, 199, and one tie. Yeah, older teams like the Packers, their overall record is 811 wins, 605. So they're only basing it on the Baltimore Raven themselves. They're not combining
Where
the
do the
Cleveland.
Vikings fall in that?
From 13 to 1, the winningest clubs in NFL history. From 13 to 1, 13 New York Giants, 12 Denver, 11 Indianapolis, 10 Pittsburgh, 9 San Francisco, 8 New England, 7 the Minnesota Vikings with an overall record of 537 wins, 438 losses, 11 ties. 6 Miami Dolphins, 5 Chicago Bears, 4 Kansas City, 3 Green Bay, 2 Dallas, and 1 Baltimore's. An interesting side note, they say, the oldest teams on the list, the Bears, the Packers, and the Giants, all have a massive amount of tie games on their record.
Well, back in the day, the ties were finals. There was no overtime. There was no...
You remember those days when we could live with a tie?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't mind those days.
No.
Now we can't do it. Can't have a tie.
It's crazy to have the 7th best all-time record in your franchise and not have a world championship.
Oh, they must have won a Super Bowl in there somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
They didn't have a Super Bowl win in there anywhere?
I don't think so.
Go ahead and research that for a while.
We're still trying to find out how long that friggin' inning lasted. We don't know. NFL fans all had the same reaction to ESPN's new NFL quarterback ranking list report rundown. Fans feel there's one player who should not be pleased with where he landed on that list. So what is this now? NFL executives were asked about it. Coaches, scouts. And that's how they put together the rankings of the best quarterbacks. Voters were asked to list the players they consider to be the 10 best at each position. And the lists are based on those results. So the top 10 quarterback list was released, and it featured some surprises, if you want to call it that. Number 1 quarterback. Who do you suppose? The executives, the coaches.
Josh Allen.
He came in second.
Lamar Jackson.
Fourth.
Ooh.
What?
Fourth.
Current, like this year.
Yeah.
The ranking.
Yeah.
No way.
They asked the executives. They asked the coaches. They asked the scouts.
They didn't put your boy Jalen Hurts there.
No.
How about Jaden Daniels?
Fifth.
What?
By the way, 6 days, 8 hours, 27 minutes, and 34 seconds until Jalen Hurts' birthday. Oh, come on.
Not Mahomes.
Yes, of course it's friggin' Patrick Mahomes.
No, he's not.
I just didn't want to say his name, honestly.
He's not. No.
Nobody likes to say his name.
Doesn't sit right on the tongue.
Leaves a bad taste in your mouth.
Yep.
It really does.
He's not.
Tastes like ketchup.
I bet it
He's
does.
not.
Yeah. Ugh.
If I were starting a franchise today, I would not be choosing Patrick Mahomes as my quarterback. No.
The biggest issue, thank you for bringing up Jalen Hurts from my favorite football team, the Philadelphia Eagles, who, if they get a chance, will stomp the guts out of the Vikings this year. Quite easily. The biggest issue was that Jalen Hurts was ranked all the way down at number 9. He's behind Justin Herbert. He's behind Jared Goff. And that pissed some fans off because they say,
yeah,
this sumbitch has won 2 Super Bowls.
Yeah, there's a little bit of disrespect there, I would say.
With great performances in both Super Bowls. They said he's not like Brad Johnson swinging from the jock of Warren Sapp and lucking his way into a Super Bowl. I'm kidding, Randy Shaver, but we had that conversation a couple days ago. They say, why isn't Jalen Hurts ranked higher than number 7?
Yeah.
And this individual football fan said Hurts ranked at number 9 is why most of these executives, coaches, and scouts end up getting fired.
Yeah. Agree.
He's coming off a season where he led the Eagles to an upset win over the Chiefs. His regular season passing numbers were this and that, and he had 14, and he ran the ball, and he did this and that. So that's what folks are upset about. They think Hurts.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I agree, but probably the logic that's being used, and again, I agree that it used too low, but the logic might be is that, as we've talked about, he has an amazing offensive line and has a pretty good defense.
But you can't hold that against him. I mean, that's...
No, I understand. I agree, but I'm just saying that might be the logic that's being used here.
All right, the brotherhood and sisterhood, who always have our back, even when, you know, they have to put up with loud clicking in the background, they always have our back. They have an answer on that 8th inning between the Cincinnati Reds and Atlanta Braves, where each club, in the 8th inning, each club scored 8 runs.
I said an hour and 10. Brad said 53 minutes.
Yeah.
A total of 16 hits in the inning. The most popular answer here from the Brotherhood, they say 49 minutes.
Oh, that's all?
For 1 inning of baseball.
Without the pitch clock, it would have still been going on now.
Ah, the pitch clock. Yeah, you're right. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for the pitch clock, by damn, that would have been a poke. Yeah. All right. Use Puckbag Jesus wants to know something. Some of you guys play Madden, the video game, right? The NFL video game, Madden.
I don't play that game, but yeah.
Use Puckbag Jesus wants to know, have the Vikings ever even won a Super Bowl on Madden?
They have, yes.
Did they? Were you the guy coaching the club?
Yeah, I won a Super Bowl.
Tell us about the game. Who were they playing?
Congratulations,
They were playing the Packers.
That's impossible. They're both National Football Conference teams.
Well, not when you control the game.
You moved the Packers to the American Football Conference.
And I played them outdoor. I always like to play the inclement weather.
You do?
Yeah. That's some of my favorite.
You moved the Packers.
This was when was this? Mid 2000s.
Who came over to the NFC when you moved the Packers to the AFC?
Your mom.
And it was snowing like hell.
That's some of my favorite.
Colder than hell.
Yeah, those are fun.
I hear you. One final note here before we... Yes, Randy.
Don't you wish you could do that in real life? Just move the Packers to the AFC.
Send them into the CFL.
Someone tells me that Jalen Hurts has been to two Super Bowls, but only won one. I thought he won two of them. The article I just read said he won two of them. All right, Dana, there's something you can easily find.
I can find that one.
I think he's only won one.
Oh.
I think you're right.
Well, F me, running sideways.
The Eagles have won two, but Hurts wasn't on that team.
Just one.
Oh,
Nick Foles won that other one.
Well, he was probably at the game.
Baby. Come on, Nick Foles, your guy, Nick.
Foot-long Foles.
Yes.
But Hurts was probably in the stands somewhere.
Nick Foles has as many rings as Jalen Hurts does.
That happened at the new Metrodome.
Foot-long Foles. Sure, I remember that now. Before we go, Russell Wilson says he does not regret the Mr. Unlimited bit.
If you could go back in time and not hit post on Mr. Unlimited video, would you do it?
I would still do it, man. I got kids saying unlimited. I got it in person. It's come on.
Russell Wilson says he does not regret the awful Mr. Unlimited bit from a few years ago. And no surprise, he's an NFL football player. And when you're an NFL football player, that usually means you're beyond arrogant to the point of delusion. And when you're beyond arrogant to the point of delusion, you have no regrets.
I think I have an alter ego. His name, Mr. Unlimited.
Oh.
You gotta be unlimited. You gotta have a thought process of being unlimited. So when people ask you what you're thinking about or what you want to do in life or where you want to go, you gotta be unlimited. Tell them, I'm unlimited. You know what I mean? So when they ask you certain questions like,
oh, please stop.
Motivation, Russell?
Mr. Unlimited.
Who's your role model, Russell?
Unlimited.
Who's your go-to person for advice, Russell?
Mr. Unlimited.
Oh, my God. I forgot how awful that was.
That was, bad.
It's one of the worst things that ever happened to the internet.
He doesn't regret it, though.
I forgot about the whole thing.
Here's a listener who texted in to say about the Vikings on Madden. Oh, when you play the Vikings even on Madden, when you play the Vikings on the Madden video game, the announcers are against us. That was always, when I'd walk into a bar to watch a Vikings game, walk in maybe a quarter and a half into the game, I knew I was going to have a good time when I'd sit down and say, how's the game going, boys? And the first thing out of someone's mouth was, the friggin' announcers. I knew I was going to have a good time. What do you got going on this weekend, Brad Ryder and Randy Shaver? Because we got to get...
I'm going to be listening to John Michael Montgomery all the way to my cabin tomorrow, probably.
Yeah.
There you go.
You still trying to put that garbage pile back together?
Yeah. Yeah.
If you don't know, Brad told us that when that storm cut loose earlier in the week, his boat and his boat lift and the dock got sucked up and spit into the next county.
Right.
You find everything?
Yeah, no, everything's back. Trees are still down, but yeah, we're working on it.
Thank you to Nickum Docks.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you, Randy, for bringing that up. Nickum Dock was out there a couple of times this week, and they repaired my boat lift. So thank you.
Way to go, Nickum. Way to go,
yeah.
Man, Randy really teed that one up for him.
What about you, Randy? It's Friday, and you ain't got to do.
I'm going to have a nice, quiet weekend. My grandkids are coming over today. We're going to hang out, and I'm just going to relax this weekend. Sounds like a good weekend just to chill.
Oh man! Well, there you go. That sounds wonderful. We appreciate every damn thing, and we'll talk to you some bitches on Monday.
Sounds good.
So long. Don't go nowhere. So we'll come back in a few minutes on the program.
The Half-Ass Morning Show, 93X.
Yeah, she's the final. We gone after today's broadcast. I ain't got nothing bad to say about anyone. Not on the final.
No, you don't care today.
Nothing but positivity. So we welcome you back to the 93X Half-Ass Morning Show. You know me, Cubby. I'm not a food guy. I mean, I enjoy food just as much as the next guy, but I don't cook food. I don't know what's in my food. I don't care to talk much about food. I don't find food interesting at all. Don't care. But there are times when I have to go ahead anyway, like right effing now, as I bust out upon you the 10 most hated foods in all of America. The 10 most hated foods in all of America.
I hope mushrooms are on that list.
If someone puts a bucket of you, that doesn't make any sense. If someone puts a bucket of these foods in front of us, we'll just sweep it off the table. Hate it.
Slap the cook.
Yep. Go back into the kitchen and crack somebody in the mouth. The 10 most hated foods in America, starting with sushi.
Gross.
Ooh,
Hate it.
I love sushi.
I'm not a fan. I get made fun of because I'll eat the vegetable sushi because I love wasabi.
Oh, sure.
And soy sauce, of course. Mm-hmm. But my family loves sushi, and I'm not a fan.
You don't want the raw fish in you?
I'll pass.
Yep. I never thought I would like it either. My family's still shocked that I eat sushi.
I've tried it once. Didn't think much of it. Never went back.
Just cucking around Jesus doesn't like liver. I'm a fan. My dad used to make liver in all different ways growing up, and I mean, I was grossed out when he told me what it was, but I'll still eat it. Anybody here like liver?
I've never had it.
The 10 most hated foods in America. Number 10, sushi. A pal of mine will eat. Well, he used to eat sushi. And then he got real sick off of it once. And he pulled one of the most cold-blooded moves that I have ever seen in my life. So he and his wife go out one night and clean out a sushi restaurant. They ate up all the sushi. Him and his wife, they enjoyed the hell out of it. Until the incident.
Tapeworm?
No, well, I don't know. I don't know if he ever had a diagnosis from a doctor, but the next day, we had an all-day softball tournament. And this sushi came back to haunt a pimp during that softball tournament. He's running to the outhouse every 20 minutes. And this was where he pulled the most heartless move I've ever seen in my life. On one of his trips to the porta potty, he walked out of the porta potty with all of the remaining toilet paper. And we said, "What are you doing?" "Oh, I got to make sure when I go back in there that there's toilet paper." I said, "So you're putting more or less the lives of everyone else at the ballpark in jeopardy, you selfish bastard, because you want to make sure you have enough toilet paper for the 7 or 8 more trips." Yeah.
And also, how important...
Everyone else is screwed. No, everyone else has to use their sock or their softball jersey.
How important was this softball tournament that you didn't just go home if you had to
seriously
crap every 20 minutes?
You must have never seen us play softball, Dana. 11 division championships.
Well, then I feel like you guys should have been good enough to deal without him for an afternoon.
11!
You guys ever had chicken heart?
No.
No, and I don't want to.
Yeah, I didn't really like that too much. Maybe it wasn't cooked right. It's just like dry and spongy.
We once consumed the respiratory system of a turkey. Is that close enough? The cardiovascular and respiratory system of a turkey.
You did? Huh?
Yeah. Heart. Whatever else is in there. Yeah. But I was a little kid. I don't really recall how I reacted. Okay, the 9th most hated food in America is chitlins.
The hell is that?
Yeah, those look absolutely disgusting.
It says here they'd be higher on the list if more people knew what they were. They're pig intestines.
Oh.
Well, I've never had it, but I like how pig intestines wrap around my hot dog.
That's a good point.
So maybe I'd like chitlins. I don't know.
I've had chitlins. They do look like intestines. So, I mean, is that what you're talking about, Ashley?
Yes.
Yeah, they don't. It's not like they're diced up. At least when I've had them, they weren't diced up or anything.
What's the southern dish again? It kind of looks like rice or potatoes. Is that chitlins? What is that?
Well, chitlins.
Are you talking about like grits?
Grits. That's what I'm thinking of. Yeah, sorry.
I've never had grits.
I had them in, the state of Mississippi, and I don't recall having a real feeling one way or the other.
Is it like malta meal, kind of?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, I'm not a fan. Texture issue.
I can't. Yeah, Josh, that's a fair comparison, but I don't remember. Are they potatoes? What are they?
I thought it was like corn or something.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, I had it once, and I have no real memory. It didn't affect me one way or the other. Okay. At number 8 on the list of the most hated foods in America, blue cheese.
I've started liking that.
I'm a fan. Yeah.
I like if it's crumbles. I don't like the dipping sauce blue cheese.
That makes sense. You don't like dipping sauce.
Right. And because with the dipping sauce, too, especially, there's a non-zero chance that it's not ranch. It could still be ranch and be a surprise. So I don't even trust it.
All right. Number 7, oysters.
Yeah, I won't do that.
Never had them.
Oysters.
Looks like snag.
Yeah, I don't know how people can eat that. I've watched people eat them, and I'm like, oh, why does that not make you want to vomit?
Yeah, I can't say they're gross because I've never had them.
And by the way, I almost overlooked the fact that you just referred to something like we were in 4th grade again. Josh referred to something as snag.
I had never heard that one before.
You never heard snag?
What?
No. Oh, we used to say that when we were kids.
When you would spit, when we were grade school kids, when you would spit, that was snagging.
Oh, okay.
Dude snagged on me. That was spitting.
That's exactly what it looks
And
like.
Josh, you're right. Oysters look like snag. They go down like snag. But I've had them a few times because if you pour enough of that cocktail sauce on it, it's all right.
Do you chew them or you just take them like a shot?
You just take it down.
Oh, like you're swallowing a loogie. Ugh.
It is. It feels like you're swallowing a loogie.
Nah.
Our 5th most hated food here in the United States of America, squid.
Yeah, I'll pass on that too.
Like calamari?
Well, I don't know.
Oh, calamari's pretty good.
Well, I mean, I like fried stuff, deep fried stuff, but that's one that kind of freaks me out for whatever reason.
Okay, so that is what calamari is made out of, squid?
Yep.
Okay, I've had it a few times. It kind of tastes like, I'll get there in a minute. It kind of tastes like shrimp.
Yeah.
The texture is concerning.
Kind of rubbery, right?
Yes,
That's what I've been told.
But I've had it before, and I don't remember loving it. I don't remember. It was all right.
It's good in range.
Short but fat, she just doesn't like popcorn.
Oh, man.
I eat it every day. She doesn't like jalapenos either.
Popcorn?
I've never heard somebody that doesn't like popcorn.
That's an odd one.
Have you guys ever heard? I didn't even know that was invented. Not liking popcorn.
No.
Yeah, even my dogs love popcorn.
Oh, dogs go crazy for popcorn.
Yeah, I've got the like a 1970s popcorn maker. Then most of it makes it in the bowl, but the rest makes it everywhere else.
Oh, yeah, they go nuts.
One of our dogs figured it out. He just sits there and waits. Try and catch him as much as he can.
Number 4, tofu.
Yeah, I can't do that.
What exactly is that? I don't think I've had. What is that?
What is
Honestly,
it made
what?
out of?
Yeah, what is that?
Well, it's made out of plants.
I just know that it's not the good stuff I want.
I don't think I've had it.
I don't. There's something called mock duck you can get like at Thai restaurants or Vietnamese restaurants. I love that. Soybeans, that's what it is.
Oh yeah,
tofu.
Oh,
yeah,
God.
I didn't really like tofu.
I've given it a try before, but it's just no.
Well, let me ask you, because again, as I stated, I'm not a food guy. I know nothing about food. I don't know what's in my food. These fake hamburgers that have become kind of popular, is that tofu?
Oh, like Impossible Burgers or
I don't
something
think
like
there's
that?
tofu.
Oh, okay.
No, I think it's like a lot of beans.
Beans?
Yeah, like black bean burgers and stuff. Ooh.
Soy protein, coconut oil, a lot of oils it says here. What's the chewy part?
Number 3, sardines.
You know what? They look gross. I've actually had it on pizza. I worked at a pizza place, and my boss is like, you got to try it.
On a pizza, huh?
Yeah. And,
had it on a cracker.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
It wasn't bad.
Aren't they super salty?
Yes.
See,
I
that
love
makes me
salt.
think I'd like that. Yeah, but I wouldn't be able to get past like seeing it.
They do. They look terrible. They're just a big, dumb, dead fish. Well, not necessarily big, but, I don't know.
Yeah. Don't they flavor Caesar salad with sardines, and some of them even has it, or am I mistaken?
No, that's
and some of them.
dressing?
Yeah, I make my Caesar dressing without that though, because and it tastes the exact same.
Sardines look like someone picked them up off the floor of a fish house.
Yeah, it looks like bait.
Yeah,
Really.
it looks like bait.
This is a funny text. My buddy's wife doesn't like spaghetti. Megan, you're weird.
You are weird,
How
Megan.
in God's name does that? Number 2 is liver. Josh mentioned liver earlier.
I forgot. What did people here say? I love
I've never had it.
I don't have any memory of eating liver. I may have when I was a kid, but I don't remember.
Maintenance manager Jesus doesn't like sweet potato fries. Oh, I like those.
Sweet potato fries are disgusting.
Yeah, that's what he said. They should be thrown in the trash.
I feel dumb. We were mistaking sardines for anchovies. Anchovies is what is in Caesar.
Oh, that's
dressing.
right. I'm sorry. You're right. That's exactly yeah.
All right, so
Thank
what do
you
you
for the
suppose?
clarification.
What do you suppose on this list of the 10 most hated foods in America? What do you suppose landed at number 1? Someone might have already said it out loud.
It's anchovies.
It is. It is anchovies, or as some people pronounce it, anchovies. I don't think I've ever had one.
No,
yeah,
me
so
neither.
Then, if that's the case, I've never had sardines. Yeah, I was mistaken.
What were you thinking?
Oh, you put anchovies on your pizza when you work at the pizza place?
My boss did, yeah,
Okay.
anchovy. It wasn't. I got those two confused.
They're pretty similar.
I've just never been in a scenario where they were around.
The only time anchovies are ever on a pizza is when I'm watching television.
Mm-hmm.
I've only ever heard a discussion of anchovies on a pizza when I'm watching a television show. Never heard of it in my personal life. Never heard anyone ask for it. Never heard anyone even bring it up.
In the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoon, they did that same thing. Oh, anchovies on the pizza. So I was just conditioned to hate anchovies my whole life after that.
Well, you do love the turtles.
All right, some foods that just missed the top 10 most hated in America. Beets.
Yeah, I don't like beets at all. That's if somebody said my least favorite food, it would be beets.
You're gonna make Dwight Schrute pretty mad here.
Because he's a beet farmer?
Yep.
Kale. These just missed the top 10. Kale.
Kale's not bad. Saute
Okra.
that.
I don't know if I've ever had kale. Okra or
she's a
Brussels
treasure.
sprouts.
Brussels sprouts, if you like, if those are cooked the right way, those are okay.
Oh, dude, bunch of butter and bacon. Yeah, make them as unhealthy as possible,
Exactly.
and they're to die for.
That's
Take
right.
all the nutrients out of them.
Yeah, once they're completely unhealthy, that's when they're good.
I've had them, and I didn't think one way or another about Brussels sprouts. I just kind of cleaned them out, and there was no reaction. Eggplant.
See, again, I don't think I've ever had it. I've just seen the emoji.
Yeah.
Oh, it's very good. Like if you use it in substitution for like chicken parmesan.
And olives, which I love olives.
Green olives, yep, absolutely.
Those are starting to grow on me.
I don't care what color they are. I like olives.
Do you like olives, Josh, because they're salty?
Yes.
Yeah, same here.
Most salty things I'm a fan of.
The first time I had green olives on a pizza, I thought, I have been missing out.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, it's wonderful on a pepperoni pizza. Josh, remember when we had my brother on the air to discuss his picky eating habits? And I think we gave him a list of like 44 different foods, and he just had to say yes or no. And I think he said no to 33 of them or something like that. He's totally insane.
That was funny.
I'm meeting a buddy like that today who we're going to go to lunch, and trying to figure out a place where he can eat something is really difficult because he's so picky.
It's such a pain in the ass.
I just want to say, okay, you just pick the place, man.
I get accused of being a picky eater all the time, but I think the things that I don't like are very common to not like. Like the things you just listed, or like mushrooms. I don't know. Not everybody likes mushrooms, but on the other hand, I will eat, what is that? It's like fish eggs. Like I ate bone marrow with caviar on it.
Oh, did I miss caviar? Was that on? No, it was not on the list. Caviar?
I had it once at, I think it was when we used to have fancy Christmas parties here. It tasted to me like cobwebs.
Oh.
I love a good cobweb.
I had it once also, and I thought it tasted very, very fishy.
Oh, caviar was on the list.
Do you just eat it straight up?
Number 6.
I missed it. Okay, I missed caviar was on the top 10 most hated foods in America. What was your question?
Do you just eat it straight up, or do you put it on something?
Again, I believe when I had caviar once, just like when I had sardines a few times, it was on a cracker.
When I had it, they just had like a little spoon for it. There was no crackers.
Hey, Josh, you know how you always remind us that a chainsaw will make your ass raw?
Yeah, it does.
A listener texted in to say, beets will make your poop red.
Oh, yeah, I've heard that. Yeah.
And he's not lying.
That might be a little unsettling at first until you realize that you just had beets the night before.
What? Toy Box Jesus doesn't like pickles?
I know a couple people like that.
Oh, man, so good.
I know a couple people like that.
Give me all your pickles in.
Peas, a listener says, peas, just call them boogers. They're friggin' boogers.
Peas do suck.
The half-assed morning show.
Minnesota's 93X
All right, the clock is ticking. Let's get the hell out of here. Hopefully everyone has a great weekend. I hope we have a great weekend. You know, Ashley, Dana, Josh, I'm at high hopes for all of you.
I hope you have a great weekend, too.
Thanks, Ashley. I just said to Ashley a couple minutes ago, I said, go ahead, have that baby.
On Wednesday, yeah, next Wednesday.
Make your friend $400. I bet on today. Okay, before we go, we had a conversation about the top 10, well, I guess I should say maybe bottom 10, the 10 most hated foods in all of America. We rolled through that. We got that out of the way. Listener texted in to say, I can't stand mayonnaise. I had lice as a kid, and my mom made me sleep in mayonnaise for a week, and now I can't stand the taste or the smell.
That would ruin it.
Had lice. Sleep in mayonnaise. What do you mean?
I've never heard that.
Smeared it on your head? That must be what they mean. They smeared it.
Yeah, that's what they do. And then cover it with like plastic wrap or whatever.
Yeah, that sounds familiar. Like that was a, what's the term in the business, Josh? That was a...
Old wives' tale?
Oh, yeah.
Or like a home remedy?
Home remedy.
Like
That's the word I was going for. That's a home. You know who had a terrible case of head lice, Josh?
Who's that?
My grade school bus driver.
Oh.
But the good thing is, being grade schoolers, we never mentioned it once. We were mature enough just to ignore it.
Of course.
You've mentioned before the respect you had for adults growing up.
Oh. Luckily, we were mature enough to just ignore it altogether.
Right, you had sympathy for the poor man.
Of course. Being 10, 11 years old. All this talk about food, I thought I'd dump this on you before we get going again. According to a story I was reading earlier, chefs and kitchen staff. You've been kitchen staff before, right, Ashley?
Yep.
Oh, Josh has been kitchen staff.
I have, yeah.
In his life. I never worked in a kitchen. Dana?
Nope, never.
No, they don't want...
They don't need people like me back there.
Not around food.
No.
Well, I guess I do now volunteer. I volunteer. Chefs and kitchen staff, according to the story that I read here, do more illegal drugs than any other profession.
Definitely, 100%.
I've read a couple books by Anthony Bourdain, and I can confirm that through him. I can confirm that it's pretty wild, wild west back there.
Illegal drugs?
Yeah.
In my kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
There, I can't say I ever witnessed that, but there was a lot of drinking and I guess you'd say server swapping between some of the chefs going back there. I mean, it was pretty wild for sure.
A lot of cooks are, not to be dark, but a lot of them are alcoholics.
Oh!
Yeah, my husband works with a lot of different chefs, and he says that's very common for them to be recovering from that.
They're making my BLT back there, and they're high on illegal drugs.
One of the people I used to buy weed from was a line cook.
Chefs and kitchen staff do more illegal drugs than anybody else. What the hell is going on around here?
Gotta get through it somehow.
More so than even they say construction workers do a lot of illegal drugs.
See, you got to be careful there because some job sites will drug test. I actually, I had a buddy and he worked in construction, and he was one of the only people that could be sent to certain jobs because they would know, like, oh, they're definitely gonna drug test to make sure you're good to work there. And so there's only like 5 people.
One of the few clean guys on the crew.
Yeah.
Suddenly the crew is wiped like the twins.
Yeah.
Everybody's gone. Josh, don't you have to go take a physical today?
I do.
Good luck. It says here nurses and or other healthcare workers do a lot of illegal drugs.
Oh, and I bet they get the good stuff, like the fancy stuff.
What?
That's what it says here, Ashley. It's from the internet.
Again, another really stressful job.
Pilots?
Yeah, I don't like that.
I guess you do have a lot of stories, Josh, about pilots getting D-dubs or not D-dubs, but not being able to fly the plane because of that kind of stuff.
We just had one this week.
Just went on an airplane ride. Guys up there doing drugs?
Oh, yeah, he's ripping lines of Coke.
Dude.
I've heard stories about, the pilots, the flight attendants, they'll rent a hotel room in Dubuque somewhere and just go for it.
Yeah, I mean... I've been awake for 4 days, but I just got to make it to Salt Lake City. One more run. You're nodding off over there, brother. No, I got it. All right, we got to get out of here.
Happy birthday to the girl turning 30 on Sunday. Ooh, dirty 30s. Happy 11th birthday tomorrow to Turds and Taters from Dad, Frame Electric Jesus. Happy 45th birthday to Hank from Bitcoin Jesus. Happy 4th birthday on Sunday to Addison. Happy 40th to Broadway Pizza Jesus tomorrow from Father of 7 Jesus. Another member of the sisterhood hits the 40 mark this weekend. Happy birthday to Super Hottie Angie from P-Man, Piper, and Mackenzie. Thank you for putting up with our nonsense today, and have a sexy weekend.
Yeah, they're all on drugs.
Every single last one of them.